I see you. Zeal Solution all the way from Canada. I appreciate you. Teniola Folami, this is the second time you are joining this live. I see you. You are a continuous, repeated learner. We move. Now, having said that, ladies and gentlemen, let me get started. 40 people. There's nothing I'm waiting for. There's nothing else I'm waiting for, guys. I need to kickstart now. If you can see my screen, just say yes, yes. If you can see my screen, just say yes, yes. If you can see my screen, just say yes, yes. You know how we do this presentation, right? I came for you people. Like, I came loaded. The question where you never asked me, I don't already answer them. So let's get started. Let's get started. Where is that? Okay. I need to unclick this. Good. Can you all see my screen? Can you all see my screen? See my screen. Engineer Demola, you're welcome. Now, today we are talking about the Mandela Washington Fellowship. And we're not talking just about the fellowship. We're talking about success in the fellowship. How do you make it to the fellowship? Welcome for joining. I'm not going to bore you with plenty this and that. I'm just going to go straight into the meat. I believe that this session is going to bless somebody. And by this time next year, somebody's going to be phoning us all the way from the United States of America. No kidding. No kidding. I'm talking to somebody here. If I'm talking to you, say yes, yes. Peter Maye, I appreciate your energy. Yes, I can. Good evening from this side. Daniel Gloria, I see you. All right, so let me get started. It's 6:40. 10 minutes of waiting is enough. So I'll go now. And I hope you can see my screen. Right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the Mandela Washington Fellowship. This is one of the biggest programs I have ever attended in my life. And I am here to share with you every detail. I mean, every single detail. Just before this call, somebody was asking me, and will this program allow me to go to the US, to move to the US? The answer is yes. And the next thing the person is asking me, so what are the requirements? Alaye, I sent you a link to a live session. No, I can't be telling everybody one by one. There's so many people trying to know it. So just join the live. So today, what are we covering? Are you ready? Number one, we're going to have introduction, which we have done in the last 10 minutes. I'm going to explain what YALI is, because when you know it, it helps you understand what you are doing. Then we'll do YALI overview and the components of YALI, so you know how to key yourself in, right, for success. I'll tell you about the facilitator. I'll tell you a bit of my own MWF story. I have a very crazy and exciting MWF story that is going to absolutely inspire you. Now, I want to tell you how the MWF works, and if you are going to be selected, what you need to do. The Mandela Washington Fellowship, the 2022 timeline, we're going to go over it. Then we'll talk about the Leadership Institute. We'll talk about the MWF tracks, the tracks that they have and what that means. We'll talk about the Mandela Washington Fellowship leadership training components, everything you need to know. We'll talk about the summit. We'll talk about PDE. And on this end, I will talk about the provisions and what is not provided, the things you should expect as a fellow and the things you should not expect. Now, we'll talk about eligibility, the countries involved, and the visa requirement, how to apply, choosing your track, finding your story. Then I'll teach you something that nobody is willing to teach you for free. I believe nobody has collected money from you for joining this session. It's a free session, right? So this is both helping you with your application and also coaching you for life. I'm going to teach you the TNH story structure that is going to set your application apart, so that anybody that is reading your application, they'll be like, oh, more, this Grace girl, the Madu, we need to give her this fellowship. I'm going to teach you the insider secret. I'm going to teach you about originality, sincerity, and no plagiarism. How you can save yourself, because I've seen a lot of people, you know, who kill their own application with this. How do you display awesomeness without bragging? Proofreading your application. My final thoughts. Then the big meat. Look at this. We are going to be selecting 5 lucky applicants who I am going to be working with directly, which means that I am going to be personally looking at your application. I'm going to give you a call in the coming week. We're going to do a video call, and me and you will engineer your story again and rearrange it. If we need to add Maggi, we'll add Maggi. If we need to reduce the salt small, we reduce the salt. We package it properly. It's still your story, but we'll package it to make sure we push you, you know, for better chance of success. I'm going to take your questions and answer them. Then we'll talk about our next sessions and we can do goodbye. Who is with me? Let me check. Who is with me? Who is with me? I hope you guys have not left. 47 people are watching. All right. Yes, you are talking to me. Chimezie, I see you in the United States. Olusinde Latifat, you're welcome. Mustafa Ango, joining us. I wouldn't be able to know whether you are joining from Bauchi, but I'm sure you are joining from somewhere interesting. I'm with you, Olawande Owo. How do you spell that? Olawande, wait a second. I missed your comment. Okay, Olawande Owo Kotomo. All right. MS Mas Lasu, I see you. Now let's get started. We have 50 people on the live, and this is just really exciting. Let's get started. So what is YALI, guys? Young African Leaders Initiative. I am going to tell you events that happened that led to why MWF was created. So when you are tinkering your application, you know how to do it, right? Somebody say, carry on, bro. Akiade Akim, thank you very much. I am with you. Patience, you a regular customer, so I appreciate your presence. So I want to tell you everything that led to everything. So when you are putting your application forward, you can put the necessary ingredients in it. So the first thing we're talking about, why and what is YALI? Let's go quickly. I'm not going to waste your time. I have a lot to talk about, so we'll just be moving real quick. So let me tell you a quick story. And I trust that you understand, you know this man, right? This is President Obama, right? President Barack Hussein Obama. So it happened that when he became president of the United States, based on his history of being a black person, my apologies, I need to reshare my screen. Based on his history of being a black person, you know, he has ties with Kenya and all that, right? He wanted to do something for Africa. He wanted to do something for where he comes from. So you know, when you are the president of the biggest and the most powerful country in the world, whether in the good light or bad light, you cannot dispute America's superpowers, right? We're not ready to talk about whether America is good or not. We're talking about how do you go to US, you that's listening. So leave the politics in one side. There's no country that is good. There's no country that is bad. You know, it's about what you came to do in this life, right? Just face your own front. So Obama was sitting in his office, feeling cool. He was like, wait, I'm black, right? And I'm the president of the US now. I want to connect with black people. I want to connect with black young people. What's going on in their minds, right? I want to talk to them. So what did they do? His staff, Obama's staff, gathered a few young Africans who are in the US. Some have accents. Some came for masters, you know, some. So they shall pick people randomly. Those people did not fill any form. Do you understand? They just picked them and say, okay, I think you are doing something great. You have this project you are working on. You sound smart. You are studying PhD in mathematics. Come. The president wants to have a meeting with you. So they gathered them and they started to share ideas. And Obama was like, wait a second. This is beautiful. I want to hear more. What if we can get young Africans who are in Nigeria, Rwanda, Uganda, Namibia, South Africa, Ethiopia, everywhere? What if I can bring them to this White House once in a year just to discuss with them? So he put it as a task for his staff, and they got to work. So they now institutionalized it. He gave this logo you are seeing. is the Department of State's logo. He gave the assignment to the US Department of State, right? And said, you know what? Every year while I'm president, I want to meet with young Africans. I want to see how we can support them. Those of them in business, those of them who are doing NGO work, those of them who are in government. Let's see them. So this Department of State, you can call it like Ministry of Foreign Affairs, in Nigeria. I'm just using an example that you can understand, right? So Department of Foreign Affairs Department of State in the US, or like our own Ministry of Foreign Affairs, they now put together this program called YALI, Young African Leaders Initiative. So every year they said they were going to be bringing in 500 people instead of the few 13 people that met with Obama earlier. So in 2014, they now opened a portal and said, you know what, Obama wants to see you. If you want to go or you want to come, fill this form. Tell us what you are doing. Tell us why we should support you. And then they created a few tracks: business and entrepreneurship, public management, and civic leadership. I'll explain what everything means and which one you should choose. And so, because Oyinbo people are organized, there's an organization called IREX. You can see me hovering it over the screen. This IREX is like the private firm that handles the fellowship. So once you get selected, IREX will be like the interfacing body. IREX is just like KPMG, or Accenture or whatever, that instead of Department of State themselves or the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Obama is a great man. Yes, he did this one right. This is one of the programs that he's the one that established it. Now, if he did not tell Department of State to establish it, he will have died after he left the office. Am I making sense? Akiade Akim, you are a great African leader. Thank you very much. Now, if Obama did not give it as a state duty, after he left, he will have died, right? But they have institutionalized YALI, so nobody can remove YALI. Am I making sense? I'll tell you how things have changed. So IREX is the organization that handles the YALI network and the MWF on behalf of the Department of State. So don't get confused when you see IREX. IREX is not really known. It's only fellows and people that are deep into YALI that begin to know IREX. It's just a company, because for example, now ministry cannot undo everything now. You understand? So it's just like a ministry. So they can't undo everything. That's why IREX is money. But everything you hear from IREX, it is the Department of State that is telling you it, and it is the US presidency. So this fellowship is sweet, oh. You are going to be rolling with people in the White House. You are not going to the US to be washing plates or be doing many a job. You are going to be one of the oga. If you miss this one, hey, Chinekeme. Is it created to accommodate only entrepreneurs? Okay, good question. Obed KB says, is it created to accommodate only entrepreneurs? How about professionals? Yes, if you're a professional in civic leadership, that is, you have an NGO, you have a few children you are taking care of, beautiful. This is a program for you. I'm going to show you how you can package your story. When I went for the fellowship, I participated as a public management fellow. So if you are working in government or you have something you do to make governance better, there's public management track. If you have a business that you are growing, you have watched that business grow from small, there's a track for you. And if you are into NGO work, maybe you have a book library, anything small that you are doing, and I'm going to tell you how you can find your story to know that you qualify. We're getting there gradually, okay? So let's shoot. So this is one of Obama's initiatives. And in 2014, he asked for 500 fellows. And he loved it. He said, wow, this is interesting. I love what they're doing. And then in 2015, he asked for another 500 fellows. Then he looked at it and he said, just like a contractor, use Niger language. Outsourcing, exactly. Isaiah said outsource, so it's outsourced, right? But it's not less than a US government program. So just like a contractor, using like Nigerian language. I read so much about it before replying their essays. This one crackle. So because if you don't know what it is, you just be typing, please sir, and give me the visa sir, and I will obey myself. That's not how to do it. You need to understand how the structure works. Yes, like fashion business, this and that fashion. I'm interested in your story. Mustafa Ango, I'm interested in your story. These are fashion guys that I know in Nigeria. They make crazy fashion designs and they deserve to be on this fellowship, right? But please stay with me. Please stay with me. Everything you need to know. So, if so, this is not for people like me because I'm a military woman. Military woman, you stand a big chance. Where is it? Where is she? Akinola Grace. Military woman, you stand a big chance. Jesus me. Military woman, there are not so many women in military. So for you, Akinola Grace, you're automatically on the public management track. I'll tell you, don't go anywhere. I'm the coordinator of an NGO. Do I qualify? It depends on how much of your impact on the NGO. Let's move into the meat. So basically, that is what YALI is. Let's move quickly. So let's look at the YALI overview and components, right? Now, in 2016, I said in 2014 they got 500 fellows. In 2015 they got another 500. The thing called the sweet Obama. Obama now said, you know what? I want 1,000 fellows. This is 1,000 across Africa. So in 2016, which was my own year, they took 1,000 fellows across Africa. And because Nigeria is a big country, so Nigeria kind of usually takes about 10%. Nigeria usually would take about 10% of the entire population. So we were 100 fellows from Nigeria in 2016. The remaining 900, they share with every other African country. So this year they are looking for 700 young Africans. Remember that meeting that I said they had with Obama in the White House? Only like about 12 or 13 of them. But every year, it's only COVID that didn't allow them to do it last year. Now they want to take 700 of you, and you can be one of those 700. But mathematically and from experience, you can expect about 70 fellows from Nigeria. And I am believing in God. I am praying that out of the 70 people that are going to the US from Nigeria this year, next year, 2022-ish, at least a lot of people from that 70 will be from this live call. If you are claiming it, let me see your hands up. I own a small-scale soap production. Oh my God, I love your story. Which has been in operation since 2017 with about 6 staff on payroll. Men, Adiagbo, Oluwaseyi, you are in the right room. I have an agricultural company, though an upcoming company with 6 staff. Do they consider agribusiness? They consider you like mad. Cornelius Smart. Who is this? Do I qualify? Yes, you qualify. Let me see. Everyday Nima, welcome back. Regular customer. I'm a civil servant. That's public management. Do the 5. All right. Yes. Amen. I claim it. Yes, please claim it. It's worth it. I'll tell you why it's worth it. Omotosho Oluwashina Ahmed, claim it. This and that fashion. I see you in the US, and I'm not kidding. I own an online store. Do I qualify? It depends on the impact you are making with your online store. I own an NGO that speak up for young girls. Oh my God. They are looking for you. Olawande. Zeal Solution. What of the people that already have a US visa but want to go? Or people with European or Canadian passport? We'll get to eligibility very soon. One of the things you need to make sure is that you qualify for a US J1 visa. You can read that up on the internet. Anything that doesn't make you qualify for a J1 visa and you are not a citizen of one of the countries that are eligible, then you are out. I have part of factory and agricultural production. We get to your point. God, I pray so. What's up with those construction? Why not? I'm an IT network engineer. Any kind of work you do, it's about the story you tell, right? They didn't specify trade, fashion and public service. Do I qualify? You have to elevate one of your ends. Which one do you have more impact on? Akande, if you are more impactful with your fashion, then shoot it. If you are more impactful with your public service, then shoot that one. Do not confuse the reader. I'm going to get to those details very soon. If I am already 35, does such a person stand a chance to get selected? No, you are in the wrong call. If you're already 35, just leave the call. Don't waste your time. They're not going to consider you, right? If you are less than 25, they may consider you, because the age range is 25 to 35. But if you're already 35, because when you make it to the fellowship, not if you make it, I see you making it. When you make it, you're going to be in the US from June next year. And by that time, you're already clocking 36. No. They won't take you, no matter how good your story is. I'm a fashion designer, and I've been part of a change maker organization looking to restructure education in Nigeria. Like I said, a lot of us have plenty things we're doing. You need to consider the aspect of your life and streamline your story to the one that gives you most power. We'll get there. Guys, phone engineer, I am a student leader. We need you. Good vibes. Now let's shoot real quickly. What about social health care worker? Why not? Social health care worker, you can key into the civic leadership track. I'll tell you what makes up each of the tracks. Now let's shoot. Let's talk about YALI overview in a second. YALI overview and components. So when YALI was created, let's just follow me, guys. I'll come back to your questions, but I don't want it to pile up, right? So when YALI network was created, it typically started with this Mandela Washington Fellowship. But because of the volume of applications they receive, right? For example, in my own year, from Nigeria alone, there were 10,000 people applying. How many did I call it? 10,000. So, and they needed to pick 100. In the whole of Africa, in our year 2015, when I applied, there were 70,000 applications. These are not people that started the program and they didn't finish. Like, let's say you create an account, you answer question number 1, question number 2, and then you are tired, you leave it. The people that finished the whole form and click submit, 70,000. In Nigeria, they had 10,000 applications to read. Listen to this one. And they were going to choose just 100, which, to the glory of God, I was one of. I'll tell you all of that in a few seconds. So they were going to choose, I think that's 1%. 100 out of 10,000 is 1%. So they want to choose the 1%. Now, but they don't want to throw everybody away. So they created this YALI network, which is an online platform. You see it on Facebook. Then there's a website for it. Are you with me? yali.state.gov. So there's YALI network, which is a platform online where you can put your email, you can take different courses on leadership, volunteering, how to run your business, how to be a better public servant, and all of that. So the YALI network, look at this one, is bigger. The YALI network is bigger because it can accommodate everybody. Do you understand? The YALI network is bigger. It's free to join. You are not going to write any letters. But the Mandela Washington Fellowship can only take a few number of people, because by going to the United States, the government is responsible for every need, everything you would need. If you cough, they are responsible for it. So they can't take a lot of people. So the fellowship is smaller. Estate surveyor, I am 32. Peter, you are perfectly qualified at 32. You are perfectly qualified. Who else? I work to empower farmers. Perfect. Isaiah Michael. I'd like to hear your story. And fashion and public service. Yes, 10,000. Initiative used in a different organization. So now, there are 3 arms of YALI network. Are we together, guys? There are 3 arms. There's the Mandela Washington Fellowship that we're going to focus on. Then there's the YALI network that everybody can belong to. And now they have created, in recent years, they have created the YALI regional leadership centers. They have one in East Africa, South Africa, Southern Africa, West Africa, and North Africa. The one in West Africa is in Ghana. You can and they have a cohort. You know the way NYSC has batch A, batch B, batch C. You can apply for the next cohort. When you qualify for this RLC, YALI Regional Leadership Center, they will sponsor your trip to Ghana. You are going to do your 6 weeks in Ghana. They will coach you, train you. It's almost similar. Look at these two. It's almost similar to the Mandela Washington Fellowship. The difference is that this one takes you to Ghana, and then the experience is limited. But this one takes you to the United States. Do you understand? It takes you to where? The United States. Now, the 3 of them are not connected. It doesn't matter whether you're a member of YALI Network or not. You can be a fellow from straightforward. Nobody's going to ask you, have you been taking YALI network courses? It doesn't matter. Nobody will ask you, have you gone to our regional leadership center? You can apply for any one of the three. So the one I am talking about today is the big one, the meat, the cocoa one, the Mandela Washington Fellowship. So pay attention. Let's go real quickly. Now, let me talk about the facilitator. I don't want this to be about me, but I thought about it for a second and I said, you know what? Maybe my story is going to inspire a lot of you. You know why? Because when I was informed about this fellowship, the same doubt that you have in your mind is the same doubt that I also had in my mind. And I'm going to be very, very honest with you. I never believed that I can make this fellowship. Never, ever. In fact, the day I went for my semi-finals interview, I was knocking myself like this. I was almost hurting myself. Like, no, I should have said that, but I said this. I should have said this, but I said that. You know, when you are questioning yourself a lot, I did not believe that I could make it. The same way you are doubting yourself is the exact way I was doubting myself. But let me talk about the facilitator for a second. A lot of you are meeting me for the first time, so you are welcome. I believe you're watching from YouTube. This is my YouTube channel. My name is MD Tiamiyu. I am a professional speaker and trainer. I'm an actor, YouTuber, and as you would be noticing, I'm a 2016 Mandela Washington Fellow. We are the last set of fellows that met Obama. I am grateful to have shaken hands with President Obama, met with him, sat in the same room, drink water in his presence, breathe the same air that Obama was breathing. I used to be a software engineer for the NYSC. I'll talk about that later. When we get to the meat. People call me the king of motivation. And this is my Instagram, my social media handle if you like to follow me. But more importantly, please, if you are thinking of sending me money for this very wonderful session, don't bother for now. Just subscribe to my YouTube channel and we'll be good. So this is your facilitator. It's important to tell you my MWF story because it's a story that humbles me. Because I remember the day I got the email that I have made it to the fellowship. Omo. I was in my office that day in Abuja. I was screaming. Like I went to the passage area and I was just screaming everywhere. And somebody was like, wait, what's wrong with you? I said, come and see. Somebody's right. I have completed the form, but yet to do final submission as I want to gain from the session for possible corrections. Kindly include me among those that will review. No, I can't promise you anything. Lol, how can I meet Obama too like this? I need to meet him. Don't worry, we'll talk about that later. I work with a microfinance institute. Okay, being a young member, blah, blah, blah. I'm into fishing farming. Queenette, all of you are qualified. It depends on how you are approaching your story. So let me tell you how my story, just in 1 minute or 2 minutes, because this session apparently is not about me. But I know that if I don't make it simple enough, people will still finish and say, I don't understand. How does it work? Will I not go to US? This is exactly what I want to tell you. Right? So let's go. Now, awareness is king. Awareness is everything. What you don't know, like I said in the last session, our last session, we had a training about Australia, where I explained the Australia EOI 190. A lot of people have been messaging me and been thanking me. I mean, I'm grateful that it helps you. If you're here to watch it, once we are done with this session, you can actually go watch it. They say, because you are a king of motivation. Thank you so much, Latifat. I appreciate you. Right? Now, I want to tell you my story in a couple of seconds. Let's go. My story is a wow story because I didn't know I would get it. So it happens that this day, the email that changed my life, it happens that this beautiful Wednesday afternoon, one of my mentors, right? Dr. Teresa Nwachukwu, and I'm dedicating this session to her. I spoke to her this morning. Honestly, I spoke to her this morning and I told her, now look at what I highlighted here. Can you see it? 7th of October 2015 at around 1:32, she mailed me. She forwarded announcing the 2016 Mandela Washington Fellowship to my email. Now, this is her name. I have covered her email so that you people will not go and be sending her stuff. She did not say anything. She just said, check this out. Ladies and gentlemen, check this out. You need people in your life. You need people in your life that are always sending you opportunities, right? You need people, MD, the water drinker, now maybe that, right? Now maybe that, king of motivation. I love the tag. Thank you very much. You need people in your life that would send you information. Now, Dr. Teresa Nwachukwu went to the US, I think that year or a year before, and so she's part of this US network. When the US is doing anything new, they will message them. Like me now, as I'm talking to you, any new program that the United States government is doing that concerns Nigeria, Africa, young leaders, I will get it in my inbox. So if I know you, if I know what you are doing, like I'm already seeing some of your stories, I can forward the information to you. So this email was sent to me. At this point, I never knew anything about MWF. Not even the name. I didn't even know the definition of YALI. Do you understand? And I kid you not, I knew nothing about YALI. So she said, check this out. So I read the email. Apparently, she got the email from Cultural Abuja at gov.state or whatever. Now, I looked at the information and this was my response to her, right? I responded to her that same day in the evening. That was after I... No. This is March, okay? This is March 2016, after I already got the fellowship. I remember I told her I'm going to give you the shot. And this is me messaging her. I said, my mentor, God bless you for sharing this amazing opportunity. I have just qualified to represent Nigeria in the Mandela Washington Fellowship 2016. I cannot thank you enough. Now, within the span of how many months? October 2015, which is literally the time we are in, and March 2016, I have changed my life. So if you're on this call, you actually can change your life too by putting to work the things we're going to be discussing now. If you don't put it to work. So this is the first email she sent me. Apparently, I've messaged her 1 or 2 times. But then when I got this fellowship, I mailed her back in March. So October, November, December, January, February, March. So it will be around March when they're going to send you the email that you have qualified. I am expecting a mail like this from you by God's grace. I'm expecting you to bombard my WhatsApp and my inbox to say, MD, you know what? I have made the fellowship, but that will be your story. So the thing is this, when she sent me that email, right? And I started to read about the fellowship. They said we're going to go to the US. They say we're going to meet Obama. They say we're going to learn in American top university. I was like, no, this thing is too good. This thing cannot be sure. Do they know me? Me that I am not good. Me that, you know, there's a way you talk to yourself negatively, right? You talk to yourself. You talk down on yourself. We all do it. You know, sometimes you're just like, me, I don't have storage. Me that I'm working in a microfinance bank. Me that I only have fashion business. Me that little thing that you are doing, I'll show you today how you can spin it around. Now, me, I don't like to gamble. Because when I read about the Mandela Washington Fellowship, honestly, I looked at it and said, you know what? This thing is only for people that have sense. Me, I don't really have sense like that. You know, when I started to read it, the picture to the left, the lady here, I'm sure a lot of you will have seen her. If you have seen her before, type yes. Her name is Adekpeju Jayoba. Now, Adekpeju Jayoba is a 2014 fellow, right? And she's currently the president of our alumni, which is very interesting. I saw a picture standing with President Obama. This picture, you see this picture to the left? It was everything. When I saw Adekpeju's picture, I now read her name. I said, Adekpeju Jayoba. Re. Wait. Adekpeju is a Yoruba name. Excuse me. I said, okay, if Adekpeju can do it, even me that I am damn me, even me, I can do it. So tell yourself now that you can do it. I want to hear that. I want to see you type that. This picture to the left changed everything. I'm moving along with you. Yes, good vibes. Yeah, I believe. This picture to the left changed everything for me. When I saw Adekunle Jayoba, I said, what? And guess what? I was able to move. As at the time I was seeing this picture, I was a doubting Thomas, this one. But now look at me. This is me here. Somebody will say, we can't see you now. Where you can't go sit down. This is President Obama giving a speech. And I was even lucky enough to be selected as one of the few people that will sit next, just directly behind him. So this camera is US camera, not be my phone. I use Tecam. You see, this is the picture that they are taking of the president, and I am inside. I don't want to hear. I'm inside the president picture. You want to hear that one? Free of charge. And this is not happening in Abakaliki or Lekki. This is the United States of America. This is Washington, D.C. And this is after we have spent 6 fantastic weeks. Obama invited us. So remember the story I told you. Obama invited us to Washington, D.C. and we had a lot of fun together. Hey, I can do it. Yes, I agree with you. Agbajera man, if that is you, I can do it. Fatima, you can do it. You can do it. So follow me gently. So how did I move from here to here? I'll tell you in a second. I'll tell you in a second. So this is the email that changed my life. She said, congratulations, wonderful news. And you're just saying it like that. I'm thankful that I shared. Listen to what my mentor said. Dr. Teresa was telling me, I'm thankful to have shared the opportunity, but all the work was yours. So give praise to God and remember to pay it forward to someone else, which I believe I've done a lot of time, but I'm not tired. I keep on doing it. I wish you the best as a new chapter begins to evolve for you. This was me responding to her. Now, she shared the information with me. Now, listen to this. This is March 29. I said, thank you, ma. Prior to the time you sent me that link, I knew nothing, and I mean it. I knew nothing about the fellowship. So if you are here, you are new, you don't know anything, and you're thinking, and the people that have completed their form, even though you have not opened that form today, I am telling you, you can do it. Basira, yes. You have not opened the form. You are hearing this for the first time in your life. You can do it. Tell yourself, beat your chest. And it is meat you are beating. It's not bone you are beating. You are hearing this for the entire first time. This was exactly me. And I highlighted the date of the email, just so you know. Look, I said, prior to the time you sent me the link, I knew nothing about the fellowship, nor YALI. I could have all the genius. But if you did not make me aware, this is the key word, awareness, it would all just be there and blah, 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 blah. Now, let's get going. So, this is me now in the US. I don't want this to be so long. That picture I shared with you, I don't zoom out because haters will say, no, be Obama now. When the president came to see us, he was wearing this suit. When the stock gingeram enter in body, he come out the suit. You understand? We had a lot of fun. This is me smiling with my green muffler, right? Sitting directly behind the president. The video of this session is on whitehouse.gov. Look at the logo here. So no BMD go fake this one. Before the president came, when we were sitting down. Now this picture is from the front. This one is from the back. Can you see? Me and this beautiful lady from, I think she's from Rwanda, we're seated and we're waiting. So this is the podium where the president was going to speak. This was us. And from the front. Now, because I love acting and our school had a program, because see, you're not just going there to go and study. They will take you everywhere. This is me holding a real gun. And this is a professional actor. We went to this film village. Oh my God. Oh, this fellowship is sweet. Oh, you need to make this fellowship. Oh. We went to this film village where the film Arizona was shot. And they did some stunts for us. And this gun has bullets inside. Right? So I was playing around with it with this actor guy. This is the governor of Arizona at the time. Right? He came to see us. He used his leg and come to meet us. Okay? One of the things this fellowship does for you is that it helps you to taste leadership. A lot of us young people in Nigeria, yes, you will make it. I say it with you, patience. You will make it. Now you be this. Oh boss, now me. Yes, now me. I am hearing this for the first time. Queenette, you are hearing it for the first time and you can make it. The same way I was also hearing it for the first time. I did not know anything about it. And me, I'm trying to tell you everything you need to know. Now, you know, in Nigeria, they call us leaders of tomorrow. Now, scam. We all know it's a scam. We are the leaders of today. Nigeria is just a very terrible country. Let's be honest with ourselves. We're the leaders of today. When you go for this fellowship, you begin to see, yeah, my first time. I love first timers. You are hearing this for the first time. This is the place for you, Emmanuel. So I am not going to treat this session as if they already know. I'm going to break down every single end of it, right? Now, this fellowship makes you become a leader. Listen, it gives you guts. You travel across the United States, right? They put you in some of the top best universities. In my case, I was on the public management track. So they put me in Arizona State University, which was and still is one of US best schools in public service, right? When I entered the place, my head just a spin. If you see, now that time I know say, I never go school. School where I think say I go. I need to know everything. Justin, you will know everything today. I'm here for you. I mean you come. I am going to make it and I will share my story. Yes. Samuel, I'm looking forward to your story. Sir, do I stand a chance with 22 years of age? 22 years of age, they will consider your application. But you need to have a powerful story. But if you are above 35, they will not even consider your story at all. If you are less than 25, they will still consider you, right? So imagine me, we're governor of Arizona. You can type it. Arizona is a state. Arizona is not we though. I know a lot of us. Please, I hope we can get the recap. Now, Arizona no be with Arizona na name of state oh. Now, this is the governor of Arizona standing next to me. Imagine I now came to Nigeria. I came back to Nigeria. One local government chairman that thunder with fire is now telling me I have to fill form to see him. Do you understand? It begins to irritate me because we have turned leadership upside down in that country. Yeah. Oh, you mean me come. No problem. You understand? So you dine and wine with America's top leaders and they treat you like a leader of today, not leader of tomorrow. And then you see sights, you see things. I was going to Arizona, for example. My point of entry was Los Angeles. So my flight took me through Germany. Listen to this. My flight took me through Germany, then to LA. Hey, Los Angeles. So from Los Angeles, then we joined another flight to Phoenix, Arizona. Do you understand? Right? So when you do these things, it gives you credence. This is me to the right-hand side at the Grand Canyon. You can type Grand Canyon in your browser. Let me show you what it is. This is me at the Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon is one of the 7 native wonders of the world. You know what they call wonders of the world? 7 wonders of the world. One of the native natural wonders of the world. The Grand Canyon is in the US. This is me sitting down next to the Grand Canyon. Now, this guy, this governor of Arizona, his deputy at the time, his deputy requested to meet us. And I even had a Facebook video with him. I don't know if you understand. I had a Facebook video, like we're just gisting over lunch, like regular chats. Am I making sense to you guys? Now, I will now come to Nigeria. One state governor, I will now see convoy. Somebody's opening door for the person that will open door. It's sick. That's why these people cannot do any work. But we're not talking about them. We're talking about you today. So let's move really quickly. And I want to leave you with this quote. This quote is going to help you. Your network is less about who you know. It is more about who knows you. You can screenshot this one. Now, Dr. Teresa was the only reason why I know about this fellowship. Do I know her? Yes. I saw her at an event giving a fantastic speech. But I went up to her to meet with her. And we talked. And I shared what I do with her. I said, I do this, I do that. And I volunteered to do some work for her. Even though I have not done the work, based on how I've been the talk for mouths, she said, okay, this guy has some content. So when the opportunity came for the fellowship, she sent me the email. So the question now is this. In Nigeria, they will be saying, who you know? You need to know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. If you want to progress in life, it is more about who knows you. You know Cristiano Ronaldo. Congratulations. But does Cristiano Ronaldo know you? He does not know you. It is until Cristiano Ronaldo knows you that you are making sense. It is not enough to know Ronaldo. Your network is not about, hey, I know Ronaldo now, I know Messi now, I know Iniesta, I know. You know them. Do they know you? It is people who know you for what you do. So you have to become your story. This is where we start. If you're a first, like there are people here on this call, once I see their name, for example, Ango Mustafa Ango, I know his work. I've seen his works. I've seen his workshop. I've visited him in Bauchi, right? I know this and that fashion. Is a fashion designer. He's full of ideas because everywhere you go, you see his work. So if I see an opportunity that has to do with fashion, guess who I'm sending it to? I will send it to Mustafa. I'll send it to this and that. This Splendor said, listen to what you are saying is giving me goosebumps. You're welcome. You're welcome. Now, your network is about who knows you and for what do they know you, right? So let's run. I mean, you people come. That is that. How does this thing work? Let's go. So like I explained, the first batch of people started in 2014, but really in the essence, Obama started to meet with young Africans before this year. But when they turned it into a fellowship was 2014. Now, this is the age range. He empowers young people between the age of 25 to 35. Now, you can be less than 25. They will consider you. I have seen a 21-year-old fellow in my batch. Yes. I think the youngest amongst us was 23. John Paul Usman. He was 23 at the time, right? So you can be less than 25. They will still consider you because you're an adult. But once you are 35 and above, see, okay, share this link of this video to somebody else. You, go right? You yourself, go and do something else. This call is not for you. We are still going to share opportunities that are for you. It doesn't mean you are old. But for this particular opportunity, don't stress yourself. So what will you be doing? Basically, three major things. Academic coursework. They'll place you in a university. Based on what you they do at home, if you're a business person, they find a school that is dedicated to business to place you. They will not just throw you. Nigeria is the only place where you will choose medicine and they'll give you Yoruba language to study. No. This one is very detailed. Academic coursework that would boost what you do at home. Leadership training. If you're a tailor in Nigeria, they'll link you up with fantastic fashion people in America that you can begin to build collaboration with. Are you with me? Then networking. You are going to travel across the US. You are going to meet people. I'm going to share a lot of experience with you. A lot. But let's move. So this year, they are willing to select 700 young leaders. And by the special grace of God, you are going to be one of those 700. All the 700 will not be from Nigeria. The 700, roughly there will be 70 from Nigeria. Based on the previous numbers, the fellowship is already open. For those of you who have not created your account, once we are done with this call, open your browser and type Mandela Washington Fellowship application. Put your email, create your account, and begin to fill the form. The portal is going to close on the 15th of September. So you typically have 1 month. That is why I said don't submit yet. Don't submit yet. Now, this fellowship values diversity and inclusion. So they don't judge you for the color of your mouth, color of your skin, whether you have an accent. Just be yourself. Don't go and be forming American accents. Just be real. They are looking for real human beings. We have a very rich alumni network, which I'm proud to be one of. Over 5,100 former fellows. Now, this is a cocoa. Nobody should collect money from you. There is no fee to apply for or participate in the Mandela Washington Fellowship. What does this mean? You are not paying for any single thing. You are not paying for anything. Your flight, your visa, your stay in the US, your transport, everything is paid for. Everything is paid for. Everything is paid for. Everything. And I mean it. If you need five flights to get to your school, they'll pay for all the 5 flights. All. Right? And I'll tell you, I'll continue to explain. So everything is paid for. Let's talk about the timeline. So August 18th, the application has opened. Are you with me? September 15th, the application will close. So the meaning of this is that you have to submit your application on or before September 15th. So I will recommend that by September 14th, submit your application and let God, because of time difference. September 15th in the US can be earlier than the one in Nigeria. So September 14th, whatever you are editing, finish your editing. Between November and January of next year, if you make it to the semi-final, not if, when you make it to the semi-finals, you will be invited by the embassy in Abuja. You will get a text message on your phone. In my own case, I got a text message and I got an email that I have made it to the semi-finals and my interview will hold blah, 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 blah dates. And I showed up. By late March of next year, you will be notified of your status. If you make it to the fellowship, they will notify you earlier. But if you don't make it, your notification may come later, right? I remember in my own case, I got the email. It's not something you can forget. I got the email on the 23rd of March, 2016. I remember that day very, very well. The day I got the email, I was super, super excited. Now, by May of next year, they'll start your visa processing and what they call PDO, pre-departure orientation. Because America is not like Nigeria. You know, say, peace, they worry you. You want quickly peace. Then you come bend down for roadside to peace. They will tell you everything you need to know, right? Before you leave Nigeria. So that's why the PDO is important. The US Embassy in Abuja will host you for about 2 days and then or give you the orientation that you need. All right? Yes. So the last thing is by June of next year, if you are going to be flying to the US, let me see your hands up. Let me see your yes. June 2022, the fellowship will begin in the United States and it is for real. I tell you free of charge, guys. You don't need IELTS. You don't, in fact, you know that your third class degree. Yes, bring it. You don't need good grade. All you need is your impact story. And that is why we're going to work on that segment. So let's talk about the Leadership Institute. We have a long way to go. So for this Leadership Institute, there are going to be 700 fellows to be selected. It's a 6-week intensive program. And when I say intensive, it is really fast. You'll be learning a lot of things. You know, they'll be stretching you. The things you think you know, you discover that, actually you did not know it. And then there will be, this year, there will be 28 Leadership Institutes. These Leadership Institute technically are universities. Are you with me? They are universities, you know. They have Kennedy School of Business, Kennedy School of Governance, Arizona State University, you know, different universities scattered around. So the university that I am going to is not the same university that Mustafa Ango is going to. It's not the same university that Patience Okochi is going to. It's not the same university that Bola Shitu is going to. So based on your track and the thing that you say you are doing in Nigeria is what will determine which school they will place you. But after we have all spent that 6 weeks in those universities, free of charge, we are all going to gather at Washington, D.C. for the summit. Now, there are 3 tracks. How many tracks? Uku. 3 tracks. Number 1 is business. For those of you who are into business track, I'll explain what it means in a few seconds. Civic engagement. You are doing sanitary pad for girls, Abi. That's where you belong. You are feeding children on your streets. That's where you belong. You are teaching people maths free of charge. That's where you belong. Civic leadership. You are promoting education. You are fighting for people. Fight when no concern you. Now only you just fight the fight. NSAS. Civic leadership. Public management. The people who have an employment with government, like the military officer. I'm interested in your story. That is if you are still on the call. I can't remember your name. Military officer. I'm trying to figure out her name. We'll catch up later. You're a military officer girl. You're already different though. You're already making sense. So it's now the story you tell upon being a military officer that will push down your profile really high. So public management, you do something for government, or there's something you're doing, or you have an employment with government, right? So what it means is that they're going to take you to the things that reflect your work back at home, so that when you return, you'll be able to do it better, right? Let's shoot quickly. So let's talk about the leadership tracks in details. Now look at my screen. Look at my screen. These are the leadership tracks. So they are looking for leaders in business. What does it involve? Innovation and technology, emerging markets and youth population in Africa, business plan development. These are the things you are going to learn. No, they are going to teach you that your fashion business, how to innovate it. They are going to take you to places that you will see it already. Not that they will be using math to tell you. Business ethics, intersection of business with civil society and government. If you are in civic leadership, maybe you are only teaching mathematics in your free time. When you go to the fellowship, they'll teach you advocacy, right? They'll teach you strategic planning. They'll teach you organizational development, intersection of civil society and business. If you are a public management fellow like me, they'll teach you citizen engagement, resource management, financial management, intersection of government with business. I remember during my fellowship, they took us to so many places, right? We visited the Arizona State House of Assembly. Every state has House of Assembly. I have pictures of it. If you check my Facebook, you see a lot of those pictures. They took us to Mexico. Guys, my school was so special. I am not even kidding you. I've been to Mexico in my life. I have not even mentioned that. They took us to Mexico. And why was that? The state where I was, Arizona, is a state where America borders Mexico. Just like if you're in Abeokuta borders, is it Cotonou or Benue or Benin? Katsina borders like Niger Republic. So if you're already in Katsina, you can use moto and go to Niger. You get? So that was what they did for us. So they took us to Mexico by bus. We didn't just go to Mexico and be looking like, we don't know what we're doing. We went there. We first had a session with the America Border Control. They sat us down, gave us a presentation. They showed us their dogs. All the dogs they use to catch people that are taking drug. We had fun with them. We had lunch. Then they took us to the border. Then we stepped our leg inside Mexico like this. Took pictures and we came back. They took us to so many places. They took us to Department of Economic and Financial Department. Like their Ministry of Finance in Arizona. And guess what happened? That day, when we were leaving, and my fellow fellows in my class can tell you this, we got there late. The bus that's supposed to take us, our own boss, he had some issues. So we had to go and use public transport to get to the place. And the people were feeling so sorry. Now our own photo, now our boss get problem. But the people that were going to host us, they were feeling so sorry, blah, blah, blah. We're 25 of us in public management. Guess what? By the time we were done with the session at the Department of Economic Growth and Development, they ordered 6 Range Rover Sports, clean, all white, to carry us back to our school. Hey, like you don't understand what I'm talking about. By the time we were coming, they just told us to look from the window because it's a high-rise building. So we just opened the window and we just saw Range Rover Sports 2016 of that year model. 2016 Range Rover Sport parked 6 like this, 3 for each of us. Come and see the way we were. Hey, oh my God, the cruise where we catch for that place, not be small cruise, but you deserve it. So the component of the training, when you go to the US, is going to feature, like I said, academic coursework, leadership training, ignite talks, public speaking. Those of you that are always shy of speaking, this is where it is important to site visit. I mentioned a site visit to you now about how we went to Mexico, right? We went to so many places. So I don't want to bore you with the story. I want to go to what you need to do. Cultural visit, yes. They took us to cultural places. There's these people called Native Americans, you know, the Navajos, the people that are the original owners of America before Christopher Columbus came and discovered America. They took us to their place. We ate their food, you know. Part of the cultural visit was also that Grand Canyon, that place where I was holding the flag. Collaborative relationship, community service. Yes, we went to volunteer. We went to build one house. Now, unscheduled networking meeting. Yes, we had a lot of that too. Guys, if you are yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, hey, subscribe. Oh. And then the beautiful part of it is the MWF Summit. I wrote presidential because Donald Trump, you people know Donald Trump now, that man with one kind hair on his head. You remember him? When Obama started this thing, no matter how busy he was, Obama will make time to attend the summit. The day Donald Trump entered office, so Donald Trump stopped coming to the summit. I don't know what's wrong with him, whether he don't like us, whether he don't like black people, but there's nothing he can do about YALI. Okay? YALI is an institution. We were even scared. In fact, a lot of us were scared that, hey, this Donald Trump, oh, if he now enter, hope they will not cancel the fellowship. They did not cancel it because it has already been institutionalized. It's already part of the goals and tasks that the Department of State do. So no be once President Jonathan leave, Buhari will not continue. And after Buhari, Yaradua will not continue. This one is a sustainable program. The reason why I added presidential is that you guys may just be lucky. Joe Biden may attend. Imagine meeting the American president. Your president in Nigeria, have you met him? He's not even around, safe. In fact, he's not even aware. The Nigerian president is not even aware that you exist. Let's be honest with ourselves. So, long and short, last, you may never meet the president in Nigeria. You know, but this fellowship gives you the access and the opportunity to meet with the American president. And I'm believing in God, and I'm hopeful that if they push him just enough, the summit will still hold, though, whether he says he's coming or not. It's just that they will bring one big speaker. There was a time, how many social networking NGO I belong can I add? We're going to get to that in a few moments. Peter, we're going to get to your question in a moment. There's a time they brought Tony Elumelu. They'll still bring very fantastic leaders to come speak to you. But there's nothing as interesting as actually having a one-on-one session with the president of the United States. It's going to blow your mind. So me, we don't meet Obama. Make one state governor, how they do like, I'll just look at him that he's not serious, honestly. So since I came back, since I used this my hand to shake Obama, nobody can talk to me anyhow. I entered, in fact, commissioners were inviting me when I came back from the US. They said they want to shake my hand because I refused to use the hand to do anything. I refused to, I wanted to laminate the hand that I used to shake Obama. You think it's easy? You said do am now if it's easy. Do am if it's easy. Do am. For like, how many weeks? 5 weeks when I came back. I just ank this my hand. I don't use and shake anybody anyhow. Do you understand? If you want to shake the hand, now hand we don't shake Obama. So for your own, I'm excited about your batch. Yeah, I'm excited about your badge because Joe Biden secretly, and then Obama gave us his portraits. He signed. Do you understand? He signed. Obama signed the portrait, right? He gave us a portrait and he also signed our certificates. Oh, I wish I could show you, but it's not necessary. Anyways, I'll show you. You see Obama's signature under my name, not be mine, and that is going to happen for you too. I am believing that. I am believing that Obama and Joe Biden is going to sign your certificate. So you have the American president stamp under your name, and it's going to open doors for you. I am not kidding you. So the summit is a 3-day summit. We were launched at the Omni Hotels. I don't know what the plans are. If you know Oprah Winfrey very well, the show that she hosts, she usually uses that hotel, the Omni Hotel in Washington, D.C. It's a very fantastic place. All 700 of you would have to fly to Washington, D.C. Still, even your flight, your American airline flight for the summit, it's going to be paid for. You will not pay 1 shilling. Till you go and come back from this fellowship, you will not pay anything. Yes, you will not pay anything. So listen, you will not pay anything. So you are going to have a lot of networking panel with US leaders in public service. Look at what I said here. 2022 could be presidential. This one is my own personal addition. 2022, nobody has told me. I don't have any information. No, I've not discussed this with anybody. And I'm not seeing future. But because of the body language of Joe Biden may actually attend this meeting. And you are going to have fantastic moments with the President of the United States. So let's shoot. So professional development experience, this one is optional. This one, they're going to pick up to 100 fellows who will stay behind. This one is like doing IT, right? Let's say you're a fashion designer and they love your work. They can find a fashion company for you, which you can be on attachment with for another, how many days is that? Excuse me. How many days does the PD? I think the PD is about 4 weeks. So when everybody is returning back home, if you are part of the 100 that they select, and I believe you can be part of it, but it's not compulsory and it's optional, and it doesn't mean anything. It just means that you will now have an opportunity to work with a US company for 4 months. They are going to pay you. Yes, they are going to pay you, but it will be more voluntary. They will just cater for your basic needs. You know, it's a 4-week placement at the US. It could be an NGO. If you run an NGO in Nigeria, they can attach you to an NGO there. If you run a business, they attach you to a business. If you're a government worker, they attach you to a government firm. You will have to submit supplemental application essay to apply. So in your application, for those of you who have started filling the form, you see a place where they write PDE. If you fill that form, they will likely pick you as one of the 100. But if you don't fill it, it's not a problem. It means once you are done with your fellowship, you come back home. It's not a compulsory part. But if you fill it, you stand a chance to be selected. And if you are selected, they will tell you right from home that you are one of the fellows that have PDE and that they will be working to place you in the... So it could be in another city. So you could be in Arizona, and for your PDE, they can fly you to Oklahoma, or to Missouri, Mississippi, to Missouri or to Louisiana or to New York. Wherever the employer is or the organization is, they'll fly you down to the place and you'll be there for an entire 1 month. They'll get you an accommodation that's different from the one you had when you were in school. So what is the advantage of the PDE? You will gain practical training. You will learn transferable skills. You expand your network. You can apply the concept that you have learned, but it is not compulsory. So if you don't fill that part of your application, it's fine. But if you fill it and you fill it properly, you stand a chance to be part of the 100. So out of 700, they will pick 100. I hope I made myself clear. Now, what does the fellowship provide? We're getting serious now. What does the fellowship provide? Where is the form, please? The form is online. Go to Google and type Mandela Washington Fellowship application. It will open it for you. You start to fill the form. What does the fellowship provide? I will go with my book, President Joe Biden must sign an autograph. See, you don't even need to go with your book. The certificate that they are going to give you, right, is going to have your name, Olawande Owoko Tomo, on it, and Joe Biden is going to sign under your name, right? I mean, it's the biggest honor you can actually get. It's the biggest honor that you can actually get as a young leader who is doing well for yourself. Biden go attend our own. Yes, Mustafa, I agree. My mind is telling me Biden is going to attend your fellowship, and let me tell you, free of charge. And I mean it. I mean it. They are actually waiting for you. They are preparing day and night. When I got to my school and they showed me my room, there's a flight flying around, and they showed me my room, I could not believe it. They customized even the door with my name. I am not joking. They customized everything in the room. My bag that I'll take to class, everything is customized with my name. I am not joking. I was screaming. So they are preparing for you. They mean you. So you also have to be serious with your application. Don't just write anything like that, right? There's a reason why I'm giving you. So what does the fellowship provide for you? Let's keep going. I think we're doing well, right? The fellowship will give you a J1 visa. A J1 visa technically is a visa that allows you it's like a conference visa, but it's special because you are technically a guest of the president. It is the president of the US that is inviting you, and it's such an honor. How did I know this? There's this day we went for shopping. You know, these, they are ShopRites, but they don't have ShopRite in the US. They have Walmart, which is very, very big. So we're at this Walmart, or was it Target? I think it was Target, right? And while we were before we got there, you know, we'll go with a bus because we're 25 of us. We'll go with our own dedicated bus where will carry us go. And I'm talking just from my own school. Oh, if you meet another fellow, their experience may be very different, right? They took us to this place. There is this billboard, digital billboard that they used to display, you know, all these like MTN adverts that things will be changing. Do you know, when we stepped down from the bus, we looked at the billboard and we saw our names on the billboard. They were welcoming us to the shopping mall, like, welcome young African leaders, with our pictures. I'm like, wait a second. Nigeria, where I've been come from, nobody respects me like this now. You people should be coming down. It's too much. They blow person head. So you are treated as a guest of the president and as a leader that you are. Not leader of tomorrow. You are leader of right now. Now, the fellowship will cover your round trip travel from your home city. Home city means if you're in Bauchi, they will pay for your transport to Abuja to go and catch your flight. Both the motor you enter, right? And the plane will go carry you from Abuja up to where you are going. Domestic US travels as required by the program. So any traveling you are traveling within the US, that is not your own personal wakao, because we have people that are wakaing everywhere. You know, Bright is asking, did the fellowship held during Donald Trump was there as the president? Yes, the fellowship would happen regardless of who is president, based on what I have been not explained to you. But at the summit, Donald Trump refused to attend, which is his own personal problem, right? He refused to attend for all the years that he was there, right? So, but if it was Obama attended every single of that summit, right? That's why all of us have pictures with President Obama and we're able to meet him one-on-one. So every trip that you are making within the city and within the US, it will be paid for. A 6-week leadership institute, a concluding summit in Washington, D.C. So at least you no go anywhere. You are going to visit minimum of 2 US states. The state where you are for your leadership training and Washington, D.C., where they're going to fly you to. Except if your university is also in Washington, D.C. That's when you don't get to travel within the US. But for us, we joined our flight from Phoenix to Washington, D.C. And when we're done from Washington, D.C., we did our au revoir. You are going to also have a little bit of insurance It's called a limited accident and sickness benefit. So if you fall sick, let's say, you fall sick and you need to use the hospital, or you need some minimum medical support, the fellowship will cover it. Housing and meals, all your feeding, all your accommodation. Now, I already mentioned this, an optional 4-week professional development experience. The fellowship also covers that. I'm going to be sharing a lot more information on this channel. So if you have not subscribed, Abba now, this is the time. That's the reminder that you should subscribe to this channel. There's so much coming on the PTMA. So let's talk about eligibility. Eligibility. This is the time we'll know whether to send some people away. If you're eligible, how do you know? So for you to be eligible, age is very important. Age is very, 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 very important. You need to be between 25 and 35. Why did they peg it at this age? First and foremost, even if you have a small business or you have an idea, if you have done it for a couple of years, right, by 25, you should have a story to tell. Like there's a young man who is reaching out to me. He's already 21. He has little things that he's doing, but by the time he continues that thing, right, he has this thing he wants to do. Am I making sense? So if he gives himself another 4 years, I'm still encouraging him to apply so that he can make all the mistake that is there. Once he makes the mistake, by the time he's applying next time, he will get better at it. So if you are 21, it means you have probably started what you have started maybe since age 18. I don't know if you understand. And at 35, you're already an agbalagba. You're already egbon. So if you are 35, if you are 34 on this call, please apply by all means. But if you're already 35, I beg you, don't stress yourself. But on the PTMA, we're talking about pathways to move abroad. Pathways to move abroad. There's so many opportunities to Japa. This is not the only one. You remember last 2 weeks, we talked about Australia, right? And last week, we talked about Canada LMIA that Dr. Lina hosted, right? So 25 to 35. Let me answer Queenette's question. Since I am a government employee and also a business, fish farming and processing person, which platform is best to consider for the application? Good question. I'm still going to answer these questions in detail, but government employee, Madam Queenette, no be tea you dey drink for your office, no be Buhari and Atiku gist you dey gist for your office, but if you have real impact in your office, as you enter that office, you were able to change blah, 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 you're able to influence policy, yes, you can go with public management. But if you know within yourself that you are one of the ghost workers of government, you are just there, you are just there because your uncle's brother, sister's uncle's in-law who was retiring put your name, and that's how you became a civil servant. And you too, you just go there, mark register by 2:30, you say you want to pick your kids in school, you disappear. If that is your civil service life, don't apply as a government worker. You are not going to get it. So you can now use your fish farming. You focus your story on your fish farming, which is where you have impact. I hope I'm helping somebody, right? But if you're not doing well across the two, you have to find something else to apply with. Am I making any sense? People in health sector, of course, anybody, the sector you are does not matter. If you like, be a mechanic. It is not what you do, it is how you do it. I am just getting here. Adewale Samuel, welcome. Welcome, Adewale. Let's welcome Adewale Samuel. He's just getting here. Well, you are still meeting us well. So let's push for eligibility. You must not be a US citizen. I believe no US citizen is on this call, because if you're already a US citizen, then what are you thinking about the fellowship? Or a permanent resident of the United States. It means that you can have previous visa, right? It doesn't matter. You must be eligible to receive a United States J1 visa. Read up about the visa, not an employee or immediate family member of employees of the US government. What does this mean? You cannot be working for American Embassy or American Corner or all this American establishment that is owned by US government, or you are in their military, you know, and you want to apply, they will not allow you. Proficient in reading, writing, and speaking English. Now, listen to this. Almost all visa routes, whether you are going to meet your husband, whether your uncle's sister-in-law is inviting you, almost all visa routes will test you for English, which we all know, IELTS, TOEFL, right? But this particular one, nobody's going to ask you for IELTS. It is going to show in the way you are applying. If you understand English or not, your application is what will determine. And that's why this opportunity is so sweet. No visa fee, no IELTS. If you like, finish with third class. In fact, if they rusticated you from school, you enter school and in third year you failed out, that could be the story you are going to tell, and they're going to pick you. And I've seen a lot of people who are ordinary secondary school holders. I'm telling you free of charge. Ordinary secondary school holder who did not go to university making this fellowship because of what? The impact they are making. One of my friends who is a fellow, do you know what he does? I want to inspire somebody in a minute. Well done, Samuel. When we don't almost finish. Do you know these people that collect scrap metal? Have you seen them before? Please, I need to engage with you. Please type if you are feeling me. Oh, he said I want to see what you're typing. Do you know these people that pick scrap metals? Please. People that, if you know them, just type yes, I know them. God bless you. Someone says he knows them. People that pick scrap metals, you know, that go around and be picking, and they feel you, chief. The people that pick scrap metal, one of them actually made this fellowship. One of them actually made this fellowship. What does he do? He picks scrap metals, hereby helping the environment, and he also helps the children who are doing that thing. So when he applied the first year, yes, I did here with you. Inkem says she did here with me. Thank you, Inkem. And who else am I seeing here? Samuel Bohumi. Yes, scrap metal guy. Now, in the first year when he applied, they didn't give him the fellowship because, you know, the English was not straight. You know, he was messing up his words. But guess what they did? The US Embassy people in Abuja, after the fellowship has passed, though, they had a program, maybe a wedding or something. So the guy is based in Ilorin. Are you with me? This my guy is based in Ilorin, the scrap metal guy. So he has his own workshop where he gathers all the scrap metal. He trains people on scrap, you know, scrap metal. Hey, people that you think, this one is already, no, they can't pick this one. It doesn't. So they had a program they were doing in Ilorin, and guess what? The US Embassy people remembered his application. They didn't give him the fellowship. They went there and checked what he was doing. So you cannot go and lie. Am I making sense? They went there and they discovered that truly the scrap metal thing that he was doing, he was actually doing it, and they could see the impact he was making. So the following year, when he applied, boom, they gave him this fellowship because he actually makes impact. So because you have a big office, you go and snap beautiful picture. That's not what they're looking for in this fellowship. No, that's not what they're looking for. They're looking for a genuine impact story, right? Whatever you are doing, if you like be picking scrap, if you like be washing clothes, you are a dry cleaner. It is how you do what you do that counts, not what you do. Now that I've missed a lot, how do I get to listen? That one is on you. We move. Okay, let's quickly shoot. Now, citizens and residents of the US. Okay, you must be a citizen and resident of an eligible country. You must not be an alumni, like you don't go the fellowship before. The thing when they sweet you, you won't go the second time, they will not pick you. They have a database. These are the countries that are able to participate. These are the African countries that are able to participate. And look at your country here. UAR. Can you see UAR? Can somebody see UAR here? UAR is there. Okay. Nigeria is there. So you qualify. And as long as you're within the age, right? UAR, you people are there. So let's go quickly. The visa regulations. You are going to get a J1 visa. You have 30-day grace period for return travel after program ends. What does this mean? This means that once the program ends, they already give you a return ticket back to Nigeria or to wherever country you are coming from. But if you say, my uncle is in Oklahoma, my sister is in whatever place, I want to go and say hello to her, you can still extend that visa by another 30 days. But you know that you have to change your flight. That change of flight is on you. You would have to pay for your flight difference because they don't give you waiting go carry you go and waiting go carry you come back to Nigeria. Meanwhile, I need to sound a note of warning. I need to do what? I need to sound a note of warning. I need to sound a note of warning. We call it PTMA, Pathways to Move Abroad. But this is not an opportunity to go and run away. Oh. Don't get to US and then you go missing. No, you cannot run away. Okay? This is for responsible individuals, who want to go. You come back for impact so that you can go back again and again and again. Don't go and mess up the opportunity. Oh. Don't go and prove that true, you are from UAR. Oh. Do you understand? You go to the US, you behave yourself, you learn, you network, you bond with other young African leaders, and you return to your country. Don't go and say, see America, oh, hey, Jesus, oh, let me quickly sneak and run. If you go and run, see, they will first and foremost put you in jail. Number two, they will ban you forever. You will not be able to travel again. This is something for responsible human beings. So, and I want to believe that the people who are here are responsible. If you are not responsible, leave this life call. Okay? Responsible people is what we are looking for. Right? And the program participants, you must return. You can see what they use, must. You must return to your home country for at least 2 years. That one, we can talk about that one later. No paid employment during the program. You cannot go and start working, because you don't tell your people for village now and say, they go America now to just send dollars. So you now go and get a job. If they catch you, don't go and start doing work. Dependents may not join participants. If you have a baby, you cannot carry your baby. Okay? You cannot travel with family members. That your boo, who has another boo. Because your boo get a boo. You cannot take your boo with you. You cannot take your husband or your wife with you. It's just a short term. It's 2 months or maximum of 2.5 months in case you have PDE or you want to extend your visa. So you cannot take anybody with you. And you cannot transfer your visa. You cannot transfer your visa to somebody else. Right? So that is what the visa regulation is. Now, let's quickly jump to how to apply. How do you apply? For those who are still on the call, how do you apply? First and foremost, like I mentioned, the application portal is open. If you have a paper and pen, write down these websites, or you can simply Google it, mandelawashingtonfellowship.org/apply. And once you get there, you put in your email, you create an account, and they're going to ask you very simple questions. For those of us who have started to fill the form, what is your name? That one no hard. How is it hard? Address, where do you stay? Your phone number, your email, and countries of citizenship. I believe you are only a citizen of UAR. Abi? Or you get another citizenship. And where do you currently stay? Now, if you are outside of Nigeria, it's fine. You could be on another program. Maybe you are doing your master's in, say, Ghana, or you can even be doing your master's in Europe. It doesn't stop you from applying. If you're outside of Nigeria and you're applying, what you only need to do is when you get to the semi-final stage, you need to make yourself available in Nigeria for the interview. Do you understand? You need to make yourself available. So they'll ask you your country of citizenship, which is UAR, Abi. But your country of residence may be different from UAR. You may be resident in another country. Maybe you are in Dubai right now. Some of you guys are in Italy. There's a lady that is in Australia, right? But she's Nigerian and she likes to participate. And she within the year, go ahead. They will not discriminate you based on where you are right now. It is when you want to travel, you must come to that Abuja or to Lagos so that you can follow the flight. Do I make myself clear? So do not disqualify yourself based on where you've been there right now. So let's move forward. They're going to ask you for a CV. Now, I'm not sure you need to entirely upload your CV, but they're going to ask you for these few things. And these are things you can extract from your CV. Your professional and academic experience, your educational background, honors. And so this educational background, don't let it disqualify you. It doesn't mean whether you have HND or not. Like I told you, the person that was picking scrap on the floor, they picked him. So even with your secondary school degree or university degree, when not to stand well, you can still make it. Honors and award. Which award you don't collect before? Who don't praise you? Who they hail you? Extracurricular and volunteer activities. What have you helped people do? Now, personal statements. You are going to give 4 short responses. You are going to give 4 short responses and 2 long responses. This is where the work is. If you have been to the US before, fine, but it doesn't matter. Majority of fellows are first-time US travelers. Okay? Then English language proficiency. In this English language proficiency, they will not tell you to upload IELTS certificates. They'll just ask you, between you and God, do you understand English? You just say yes. You just pick your level of proficiency. Scam bots, they come to my office and pay 15 naira for each. I don't know what you're talking about. Latifat is asking me, please, if we don't have our international passport, you don't need to have international passport at this stage. You don't need to. By March, when they select you, you can always get international passports. Nobody is asking you for international passports. As long as you are able to get one between now and June of next year, you will get it. Is Commonwealth Scholarship an award? Why not? Yes. Commonwealth Scholarship is an award. What do you call it? This thing that they used to do. Remind me now, this Jonathan program that they created, that they gave people millions of naira like this for business. Oh, wait, let me hold on a second. I'll remember it now. There's this thing that they give people up to 10 million naira to do their business. Scrapboards, they come to my workshop, blah, blah, blah. I still can't understand what he's talking about. Always feeling you. Shemilo Radio, she appreciate you. That's my regular customer. There's this thing that Jonathan established now for business owners. Remind me, if you have won it before, there's Empower. You win. Justin, God bless you. If you win winner, mention it though. Anything where you don't win before, whether it's small, even Empower. If you are part of Empower, mention it. You win, yes. Mention it, you win. Mention what you did with the money. Shopee, anything where you don't win before. Just make sure you push yourself. I'm enjoying this session, I swear. I'm also enjoying it like you, Adewale Samuel. Thank you for the feedback. Please, as I help your ministry, support my ministry. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will appreciate that. I'm just joining the YouTube. I'm working today. You're welcome. So, English proficiency, they will not stress you. So, technically, you are not required to go and cut your neck off. Do you understand? Just be plain. No certificates required. Nothing. Just tell your story, and I'll tell you how to do that in a second. So let's go real quick. Choosing the right track. I'm going to take a couple of questions here if you have them. How do you know which track? Is it public management? Is it business? Or is it civic leadership? How do you choose the right track? Do we have anybody here, before I jump to storytelling, do we have anybody here who is confused about the track they should choose? Exactly. If you have been part of Tony Elumelu, yes, that works. Say it, mention it with your full chest. You got Tony Elumelu funding. I guess Torio, I started my first base blog base on the matters of arising in school then. I can't understand what you're talking about. You win, yes. I guess personal statement is the heart of it all. Personal statement is the heart of it all. Ade Agboluwaseyi, you are right. You are very, 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 very right. Personal statement is the heart of everything. Now, Fatima Abdul, do we have anybody here who is having a challenge deciding whether... Please type. I'm waiting for you for 30 seconds. I will move now. Are you having a challenge? You don't know which one to choose. Public management, civic leadership, or business? Adeshola Wemimo, you are confused. Type your confusion now. I chose civic leadership in YALI last year. Can I choose that? Why not? Okay. You should choose a track that elevates your story. Maybe I should share my own example with you, how I chose my own track, right? Now, I do a lot of things. I'm a trained public speaker and I fly everywhere in Nigeria. Actually, I didn't fly. I was entering motor. Let's be honest, right? So if I don't have money, I won't fly. I enter night bus, enter everything, enter every form of transport to go and speak to people. I could have chosen civic leadership, but at the time I was applying, I was working with the National Youth Service Corps. For those who used to know me way back, I used to work as a software developer, even though that's not what they call it. They call it programmer, analyst, whatever, right? So you should not be confused. Now, I had helped NYSC build its first and official mobile application. When I was serving, I built this app. I named the app Copashon because I looked at NYSC. It's an organization that really doesn't give a damn about the coppers. They post you to one end of Calabar. There's no network. You have to climb canoe and boat. And there's nobody that you can reach. They have not paid you your alawi. You are wondering if NYSC has forgotten you. There must be something that helps you get help. So I built this app when I was serving in Lagos. I call it Copashon. And then I started to show NYSC officials, sir, please help me promote this, my app. We'll look at the app. They say, it's good. And somehow, they gave me an audience with the DG of NYSC. The first DG liked it. They gave me approval to do the app. In fact, there was a time Airtel. I was in Airtel head office in Victoria Island. There was a time Airtel was going to sponsor the app, but that's a story for another day. So the DG left. Another DG came. They told me to come and do a presentation for him. He loved it. Somehow, NYSC invited me over to come and build the app on a large scale, right? I didn't know they were going to give me a job. I didn't apply for NYSC job. That's a story for another day, right? So I quitted my job in Lagos. I moved to Osun State, where NYSC posted me. And from there, they invited me to the headquarters in Abuja, where I built this fantastic NYSC mobile app that is helping over, thousands and thousands of coppers. So what does the app do? It helps them to get across to the NYSC in case you have a financial challenge, you have not been paid your alawi, you have an health issue, or armed robber attack your lodge, and then I digitized your NYSC national and NYSC anthem, the clarion call, almost everything they gave you paper for on the camp. I digitized it, right? I put everything, including language. If you're a Yoruba copper, you can learn Hausa from the app. If you're a Hausa copper, you can learn Igbo from the app. And then you can also get news feed from the NYSC by a touch of a button. If you make a complaint, I built the solution front end and back end. The DG of NYSC in his office in Abuja can see your complaint. He can see your code number. So I put my story around this. There's nothing like that has ever been done before in the issue of the NYSC. So I applied with public management and I was able to tell my story and how it was working. And I got to the semifinals and I got to the finals. So if I know your story, we can find the edges and package it together and push your story. Adeola Wemimo, you should not be confused. Let me know why. I'm a student leader. What track? Student leader, you are on civic leadership. Student leader, you are on civic leadership. Except if your student leadership is for you to go into governance and you want to become the youngest local government chairman in your state, then we can link you to public management, right? It depends on what you are pushing, right? I'm having a challenge, sir. Eniola Ayeni, what is the challenge you're having? I train teenagers on GSM and computer trainings. If you are collecting money for your training, you are a businessman. So business and entrepreneurship, okay? And you must be able to demonstrate how the money you are collecting, how you have transformed your business. But if you are training teenagers on GSM and computer for free to help their life, you are a civic leader. You are helping the community. Civic leadership. Peter, I think I solved your problem there. Scavengers. I don't know what scavengers mean. I know to go school like that. I don't know what scavengers mean. Olusinde, I don't know what you mean. What track is the best for an architect? As an architect, you can be in all the 3 tracks. It depends on how you are using your architecture. Are you an architect for government? Like me, I am a software developer. But because I work for government, I chose public management. If I was working as a software developer for, volunteer NGO, I would have chosen what? I would have chosen civic leadership. Am I making sense? If I was doing my software engineering for business, I'm helping companies to grow, I would have chosen business and entrepreneurship. So as an architect, we don't care about your architect life. What we care about is how you are using that architecture to better things. And you can use it in different sectors. I hope I answered your question. What of AGS MESA? In this word, Chibwike Kelvin, how do you expect me to know the meaning of AGS MIES? How in this world? I don't live. This is a problem. When you are using acronym in official settings, they don't already knock you off. The person that's going to read your application may be a Rwandan or somebody in the US. How do you expect them to know AGS MSc? You're a student leader. I think I've answered your question. Is personal statement a bank statement? Engineer Demola, no. Personal statement is not bank statement. Nobody's going to ask you bank statements for this one. No, you don't need to have one shishi in your account. This is the only thing you can do, and you can be broke. You can be broke. They will not ask you for one kobo. Okay? So nobody's going to ask you for proof of funds. You win. I already mentioned that. Now, Adeola Wemimo, let me try and attempt choosing your track. I don't have anything to say here than to answer your questions. That's why I'm taking all the questions one by one. I have an online store I run from home, but I have certification in customer service representative. I worked as a customer service representative before I stopped due to COVID-19. I still don't know your story. You have this. Tell me the impact. Tell me the impact. Adeola, I don't know what you are doing. Everybody has online store. What did you do with your online store? Do you understand? The impact of your online store is going to determine which track you are going to choose. This is your online store. Are you using it to help government? Are you using it to help society, civic leadership, or is just for your personal good, which is business and entrepreneurship? Wow, bro, you tried though. Thank you, Peter. I believe say you don't subscribe to my account, to my YouTube channel. I am not sure of my track. Obed KB, type what you are doing. I'll tell you your track right now. Because, let me tell you this, a lot of people will not get this fellowship because of a wrong track. A lot of people will not get the fellowship. The moment they start to read your application and they see that you chose public management as your first choice, but your story is going like this. Although if you have a very strong story, I have seen a friend of mine, Obina, he chose civic leadership. He's a medical doctor. So he was thinking, I'm helping community, blah, 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 right? But when they eventually considered him for the semifinals, they told him to change it to public management. Why? Because his work was influencing public management more than civic leadership. I am an NGO coordinator. What track suits me? As an NGO coordinator, you are almost automatically on the civic leadership track. But you need to have good enough influence on that NGO thing, right? Not that you are just there. Okay, Eniola, area business manager in a pharmaceutical company. Perfect. You are on the business and you are BAE, business and entrepreneurship, BAE. You are BAE. So I do capacity building for young health professionals. Civic leadership. Justin, civic leadership. That'll be your first choice. Scavengers are those people that pick scraps, e.g., the metal picking guy. If that is your job, Miriam Adamu, you can attack it from civic leadership and public and business and entrepreneurship. But if you're doing more public good than business, civic leadership. If you're doing more business than public good, you know, if you're doing feasibility, you are just training these people, you are just supporting them, civic leadership. If it is just for you to grow money, because they love people who are making money, don't go, not everybody should do civic leadership. Oh. America is looking for business people. You have been able to turn that scrap metal into something that is valuable. You are recycling it. You are engaging the community. You are cleaning it up and you are making money for yourself. You are a social entrepreneur. Oh my God, they love you. Don't go and say, let me form like I don't like money. And let me do like I don't like money. Let them know that I like the support community. That's not all that matters, okay? I'm into fashion designing. What track? Apparently, as a fashion designer, you are a business person. I also supply COVID-19 items. I don't understand that. Supplying COVID-19 items is not impact though. You need to find something that when people hear it, they'll be like, that's fantastic. I'll tell you how to find your story. I know my track because I love business. Finish. Let me pick this last one. Abib Owolabi, I teach physical and health education. You're a teacher. I train students physical activities. I take them for competition. Oh my God. I love your story. And won laurels with the students. Boxing, weightlifting, and in handball. You are a civic leader and we need more of you. Abib Owolabi, we need more of you. We need more of you. You're a civic leader and I think you can tell your story very well. I'll tell you how to tell your story in a few seconds. Interior decoration, you're a businessman. I'm a medical student, sexual and reproductive health advocate, and volunteer for various blah, blah, blah. I also make online sales. See, this is where people confuse their application. You are so many things. So you are scattered. You need to narrow down your impact into one or two things that look alike. So that when I'm reading your application, number one, I see, okay, you sell jewelry. Only you. Okay, only you. They coach sexual representation. You are finished selling jewelry. Now you are coaching sexual relationship. And after you do the sexual finish. You are even a medical student. Which one are you doing? Do you understand? So don't confuse the person that is reading your application. This is the last one I'm taking. Shemi Lore. I was vice president of Junior Chambers International. Also chaired a project tagged Health Forum, where I was able to bring health facilitator to educate non-teaching staff about cancer. You are a civic leader. However, this is not how you tell your story. You can tie your story to cancer eradication and punch it hard. Everything you have done for cancer. Do you understand? Punch it really hard. Now, your leadership skills will now come off based on the positions you have held. Guys, we're already 2 hours into the call. So let me go really straight in. Can you still see my screen though? Good. So I believe I've helped a lot of you choose your track. Even if you did not ask a direct question, I believe based on the ones I have responded to, by now you should know your track. If you don't know your track, bright, why are you typing Shopee? Let's go quickly. My slide is a lot. Finding your story. How do you know the story you are supposed to tell? Let's go quickly. These are the few questions. You want to screenshot this one. These are the few questions you should ask yourself for you to find your story. I give you 30 seconds to screenshot and to read your screen. Number one, what do you consider your biggest achievement? Since they born you to this life, what do you consider your biggest achievement? What is that thing that you know, if you beat your chest, you are proud of? Even you are like, wow, I did that. That could point you to the story you need to tell. Okay? The achievement that when people hear it, they'll be like, wow. Latifat, you should not be confused though. I'm already answering your question. You can find your track by finding your story. So pay attention. Pay attention. I can't answer all the questions. It's going to delay us. What do you consider your biggest achievement? For me at the time, the app that I was able to build, I had trained a team of ICT officers of NYSC across Nigeria, right? We gathered all of our ICT officers from across the state, and we curated a training program, and I was instrumental to how the app was done. I think it was a good one, and I was able to add a lot of other things to it. Another question you can ask yourself: what is the thing you have done, you have built, or you have contributed to that had a huge impact on people? What is that thing you have done that had a huge impact on people? Number three, what have you done or you are doing that your age mates or colleague are wondering how you did it? This fellowship, because it is easy to get, because you don't have to prove funds, you don't have to write any English tests, you don't have to do anything really. You just have to be real. You just have to have impact. Be a leader already. America is looking for a leader that they can support. They'll just push you forward. So ask yourself, what thing you they do right now? When we say people will be your colleague, they wonder, say, how MD they take do this thing? That could be where your success story is. Remember the messenger that God sent to me, Dr. Teresa. When she mailed me, she didn't know anything that I was doing. She just had a feeling that this boy, the way they talk. So sometimes people will know your awesomeness, but even you they doubt yourself. Right? Now, another thing you can ask yourself is this: what ordinary thing, quote and unquote, have you done that made a lot of people thank you? There are a lot of times that you do normal thing for people. They're like, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And you're like, don't thank me. I'm just doing my own. What ordinary thing do you do so much that people are thanking you for? Because you see, your story is hidden. Your story may be hidden in the little things that you have done, but you have never paid attention to it. Like me, I didn't know that what I was doing had a lot of impact until I started seeing coppers. They're like, if not for this apple, And I felt like, well, that's a big one. Again, what obstacle should have killed you, but you did ordain she, and you are now helping others to overcome? Something as simple as being heartbroken. They don't break your heart so much. They don't serve you breakfast. Exactly. They don't serve you breakfast. So but you don't do anything. You are strong. And you are helping other women who are also being served breakfast. I hope you know what that means in the Nigerian parlance. They don't break your heart. They grind your heart safe. But instead of you to die, you are still there, doing well. Do you understand? So what is that obstacle that should have killed you? Maybe you survived an accident. Maybe you survived a fire incident. Maybe you survived an abusive partner or an abusive parent. It can be anything really. But it's not about that thing. It is how you have responded to it. I'll give you a typical example on how you can weave your story. Am I making sense? How you can weave your story. Let me look at Latifat's message. I think I would choose educational change maker. I have helped my hometown build a library. Now you they talk. You build library, you not talk before. Where students go to study and prepare for their exam. You are a civic leader. You build library. How many people they build library? Me, have I built library in my life? I never built library. You build library. Tell us how you did it in your personal statement. That is impactful. Then add other things that look like that. Don't go and tell us you have built library, finish. Then the next moment, I'm selling shoe and wristwatch on WhatsApp. Are you all right? Story where on the sweet they go. Your story is already sweeting you. It's already sweeting. You now mess it up. Because once you mention you are selling something, you're already going to another track. Every impact you are going to be mentioning, let them feed this your education library projects. Do you understand? Mention positions you have held, things you have done that gives power and weight to this story. Do you understand? I hope I've been able to help you. Now I realize the selling point I could include that is missing in my application. God bless you, Abibu Olabi. The little things you have done. If I'm juggling between two tracks, how do I make that known since I'm supposed to pick one? Actually, I think they will give you first choice, second choice. So the track that you are most confident in, put as your first choice track. The one that you are less confident in, put as a second track. Eniola, I donated blood pressure machine and glucometer to some clinics that can't afford it. Now you dey talk. You are working in pharmacy. Whose business? Everybody is trying to survive. But if you have donated blood pressure machine, how many people in this group have donated blood pressure machine? Most likely none. Find something that you have done that sets you apart immediately. That when they read it like this, they'll be like, what? You did that? Perfect. Find something you have done with what you're already doing. Don't go and just tell us, I'm a fashion designer, I make clothes. But if you say, as a fashion designer, I have made school uniforms for 150 almajiris in my area. American visa, collect. You are a fashion designer. What did you use your fashion design to do now? You are making clothes for people and collecting money. Don't collect money. Maybe you don't have sense. You are a fashion designer, but you discover that the school next to you, the children there, their uniform is torn. So what do? On your Friday evenings, you carry your machine, like one man who is doing tailor for one big Yahoo boy. You carry your tailoring machine to the school and you help the children stitch their uniform. Can you see the story? Sweet for your hair. Don't just go and tell us you're a fashion designer and you make clothes for Dangote and Babangida. Did they not pay you? Maybe they have paid you. What do you want to come and do in US? You want to eat your cake and have it. Do you understand? It is the impact you are making on people. And it can be very small. It can be very, 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 very small. Right? You volunteer to cook for children. You cook lunch for school children. Those are the stories we want to hear. It's not about the job. It's about how you do it and for what reason why you're doing it. Let's move real quick. I have a lot to share with you guys. So let me teach you this formula and I hope it's going to bless somebody. Let me teach you this formula, the TNH story structure. And at this moment, I also want to give credit to the same person that sent me the link to this Mandela Washington Fellowship. And coincidentally, she's a speech coach. Dr. Teresa Wachuku is a speech coach. I learned this from her maybe 2 years after I have come back from the fellowship. I've learned so much from Dr. Teresa. Dr. Teresa, anywhere you are, God bless you for me. Right? Because I was just in my corner. I didn't know nothing. If she did not send me that email, I would not consider applying. I would not even know. Not be waiting, you go apply. Right? So after so many years, when I was now learning with her, on speech development, she taught me this story structure. And I'm teaching you free of charge. You're supposed to pay, but instead of you to pay, just subscribe. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. So what is the TNH story structure? It's a way you structure your story, in a way that actually helps you, to show progress. So I'll explain what it means. TNH. Can you see my screen? Then, now, how? Then, now, how? You see, for your story to be unique, for your story to be understandable, right? You need to understand that you need to show the faces. Right? Somebody said 150 words, 250 words. Is it a must that we write up to this word? Yes. Best bet you fill it up. You use minimum of 80% of that space because they know you have story to tell. So the fact that they have limited you means they want you to tell your best story. Do you understand? This and that fashion. I am passionate about fashion. I am passionate about fashion and great impact driven on public school students in Surulere, Lagos State. Now you are talking. What have you used your fashion to do? AKA who you help? Who have you helped? You bought industrial machine and your fashion design studio is as big from here to London. Who did that one help? The question who you help. I produce all kind of paints and also teach people how to produce and apply them. Civic leadership. The awards gotten must be in line with the track. Yes, please. Your awards must be in line with the track. They gave you best businessman of the year, right? That's the award you collected from your village. But you're applying on public management track. How does that relate? Queenette. The award that you have is Unzugo 1 of Abakaliki, right? Unzugo 1 is for the best business person, but you're applying for public management. It doesn't follow. Let your awards be aligned. The website has a lot of guidelines to the application that will help reduce the questions and doubts you have. I agree. Isaiah, I work with farmers to provide them with input and also do M&E to empower them. You are a civic leader because you are not collecting money from these farmers. Check the website. Now let's talk about the TNH. If you are the one sewing clothes for Almajiri children, you want to tell us their situation before you met them. That is the then. Okay? You want to tell us what has changed, the now. Somebody with me here? Is somebody still with me? It looks like I'm talking to myself. And you want to tell us how you have helped them. I'll give you a quick example. As we're wrapping up. Then somebody should type it in the message, in the comment section. Then, now, how? I'm with you, Chief. Samuel, go on me. I appreciate you. Someone say he's with me. If you are with me, type it in the comment section. Then, now, how? Then, now, how? If you have already filled your form, Miriam Adamu, then, now, how? Yes, Justin, I need you to type it. Then, now, how? If your story does not show these 3 stages, you are not telling the story yet. Hello? Uzubo. Then, now, how? Your story should show us the situation of the thing, of the place you are making impact. Then, it should show us a bit of now, and it should show us how you did it. Whoever, always with you, Shemilore, I bless you, I appreciate you. Then, now, how? I learned this story structure from my coach and my mentor, right? I learned it way after the fellowship because I'm somebody that I don't like to disturb people. Apart from the mail she sent to me, I didn't disturb her. The next time she was hearing from me was when I already made the fellowship. Do you understand? Then, now how. So this and that. You say you are supporting children. Tell us the number of children that didn't have uniform then. Tell us how many is having uniform now because of you, and tell us how you are able to do it. Did you get help from someone? You know, did you use leftover of clothes that people are giving to you to sew? Did you raise fund online? What did you do? Don't just go and say, he's God, oh, he's God. How did you do it, my brother? My brother. Oyibo does not understand that. The 250 and 150, no, they even reach me to write self. How to delete, cuts. How to delete. So what you can do is download the questions. Peter, this is for you. Download the question and rewrite your story as many times as possible. Make sure you show this structure. Then, now, how? I'll give you an example. Queen says she's with me. I appreciate you, Queen. You are making sense. Patience Okochi, I appreciate that comment. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Then, now, how? Let's move. Let me give you an example of then, now, how. So what is your impact story? I made this up, okay? This is not a real story. The impact story is Biodun, a random Biodun. I don't know him. Biodun raised 850,000 naira and built a borehole in Akilapa community. You see, that is the story. But how do you tell it? Using the then, now, how approach. Okay? Then, now, how approach. You are the one that raised 850,000 naira and you built a borehole. So if I was working on Biodun's application, this is how we're going to, this is kind of how we're going to say it. And Biodun does not exist though. So we don't go and say, don't go and copy a story that does not exist. Because I know people are very funny in this life. So using the TNH, I'm going to say it like this. Akilapa local government area is home to over 2,560 people, which means I know the community, for me to know the number of people that are there, who haven't had potable, oh, that's a spelling error, who haven't had potable water for over 15 years. Common diseases and ailments like cholera, typhoid have plagued Akilapa people. That is the then. Are you with me, guys? Are you with me? If you are with me, type then, now, how. Only until December 2020, I've already started to explain the now. The installation of a borehole unit in the community put an end to almost 2 decades of suffering. If I want to make it clear, I can use 20 years, because 2 decades is 20 years. 20 years of suffering. How did we do it? The yellow part. This was courtesy of Just MD Water Foundation, which I founded in the year 2018 to tackle the problem of water access, which I also experienced while growing up as a kid. Can somebody type then, now, how? Are you feeling it? Miriam Adamu, if you are here to subscribe to the channel, please do. Too much sauce for free. Thanks, boss, MD. Thank you for doing advert free for me. I appreciate you. You said we people who know our mass matters most. Let me just remind you, you made a recommendation in my book in 2018. You know me, I know you, true. I know you, Olawande, I know you. Even though I'm just getting to know your surname. Thank you for the positive feedback. Did you see how I told that story? Using the then, now, how approach. I was able to paint the picture of the then, paint the picture of now, and explain what I did. It's not about what you do. I'll say it one more time. I sound like a broken record. It's not about what you do. It's about how you do it. How you do it. How you do it. So this Akilapa guy, he did not go and say, I raised 850,000 naira and I built borehole. Tell us the weight of the problem. How many people are suffering from the problem? How have you been able to solve it? What did you do? Remember the formula. Then, when you read the story, did he show then? Did he paint a picture of now? Did he show how? Okay. Now, let's go quickly. Originality, sincerity, and no plagiarism. I have seen people who come to me, MD now, please, can you not do it for me? No. Capital letter N, Oh, no, I don't do such things, right? I don't, because I can write application for you, but I'm not going to be in the US on your behalf. When they throw problems and challenges to you, you now be looking like Lucozade Boost. No, nobody should write your application for you. It should be your original work. And in fact, the people that I'm going to select on this call to support, the 5 people that I'm going to select to support, I am going to be selecting people who have originality, who have sincerity in their work. And all I'm doing is helping you recalibrate your story so that anywhere that story land, they will say, give this one a fellowship now. Do you understand? They'll be asking themselves, if we don't give this one, who do we give? Right? So your story has to be original. You have to be sincere. Don't go and copy and paste. See, I've been on the internet for a long time, and I don't need to show you my DM. People have told me before to share my application that I use for the fellowship. So they will just edit my own, and then they will just go. If you try it, the US government, they have what they use to check for plagiarism. Don't copy somebody's work. You are no longer in Feingbole Grammar School. You are no longer in Umocha Community Grammar School. You are a leader. Okay? No plagiarism. Originality. Tell your story for the first time. Let us know what you're doing, what makes you unique. Not be by mouth. Right? So originality, the work or big idea should be yours, or you must have played a major role in it. For those of you who have NGO or you work with NGO, underline this word. You must have played a major role. Not be your ordinary staff. You're just there. And yes, sir. Welcome, sir. You put together your application by yourself. I am not going to write your application for you. Disclaimer. Oh. So I am not supporting people who have not written their application. I'm picking 5 people from this call. Yes, tonight. Yes, I'm excited. I'm picking 5 people from this call. But don't be me go write your application for you. I'm trying to help you look with these eyes. And I've seen so many applications. Because apart from being a fellow, I'm also a reader. I help the government of the US to mark applications. In 2016, when I came back, I read 40 applications. I think they were from Liberia, because they will not give me application from my country. They know I may be biased. Do you understand? If they give me applications from Nigeria now, that's when I will now go and see my brother. I just say, see Peter Maye, see Peter. Let me give Peter some mark. So all the applications they gave me, none of them were from Nigeria. And there's no how I could know those people. Because it is human beings that will read your application. Okay? These are people who are either former fellows, or they're alumni of different US programs. Some of the application will be read in Washington, D.C. But after that, they will now rank the applications. So make sure that you do the application yourself. The people that will read your application will know. Excuse me. They will know. So, fantastic story, short, direct, and clear. Right? That's how it works. They will know. If you are catfishing, you know what catfish is. You're going like this. You're going like this. So let the story be yours. Don't copy and paste someone else's or past fellow application. I'm mentioning this because I have seen it in real life. Somebody has asked me, people have confidence in this life. You just look me up and down. I just tell me, MD, that one that you use now, you know I'm your boy. You know you're my boss. I'm not your boss. I'm not anybody's boss. If I'm your boss, where's the employment letter that I gave you that said I'm the boss and you are, no, we are not your boss. I will support you, right? But you have to do the right thing. You have to own your story. You understand? You are going to get opportunities to be on TV. Don't go and use a fake story. American, what do you call it? VOA, Voice of America was interviewing me. Imagine I go there with fake story. How will I manage myself? They will put you on the spot. Voice of America. You can get even CNN. Yes, some of our fellows visited CNN office. I think particularly the people, the business and entrepreneurship people, fellows who were in the city where CNN headquarters was. Some people visited Facebook headquarters in San Francisco. You do a lot of things. Your story has to be your own. Never consider giving your username or password to a past fellow. I will never ask you for your username and password and let me come and see it. I don't even have that time. This one that I'm doing, I am taking 5 solid hours of my time to support 5 people. And that will include the time I'm using to read your application, the time me and you are using to do FaceTime. I'm going to be on a call with you and I'm going to ask you specific question. This one where you write, waiting you mean. Can we remove it? Can we add this one? This one, this one. By the time we are done, you have a solid application. You must have played a major role in it. Yes. Don't just go and be a part of NGO. If you don't have a major role in that NGO, find something else to tell. President, director. Can I still edit my application after I have saved it? Yes. You can edit and over-edit your application until September 15th when you are required to have submitted. Okay, so let me go on real quick. I'm almost done with my slides. So never consider giving your username and password to a past fellow. You may get help, like what I'm doing, by seeking for advice, but not to the point of giving someone else your entire application to work on. Abba now. Now, the United States, the U.S. Department of State has its way of finding out what they need to know about you. They will find out. Why are you lying? So this is about plagiarism. Plagiarism means that you are taking someone else's work or ideas and presenting them as your own. Borehole, where you know, no be you do the borehole. Now your brother, now your younger brother build borehole. You say now you build them. You think they will know? I pity you. You think they will know? Yes, you can still edit your application. If you are not the one that did the work, don't go and claim somebody else's work. Oh. Plagiarism is strictly forbidden. It is forbidden. Okay? To avoid disqualification, and they can disqualify you for plagiarism. Use your own words and ideas. Avoid cut and paste. Do not use wording from the applicant or alumni. Credit your sources. If you are quoting something, let's say you are quoting statistics. Let's say, for example, now you are working on open defecation in your state. For example, Kwara State. There's some suburbs of Kwara State where open defecation is really, really huge. If you want to quote a number, like the number of people who engage in open defecation, you can put credits and say, according to so data, 2,000 blah, blah, blah number of people, just the shit everywhere. It's okay, right? So anything you are quoting, quote, but do not own everything and say, na me, na only me. No be you sabi pass. So how do you display awesomeness without bragging? First and foremost, if you're on this call with me, beat your chest. You are awesome. You have sense. If you don't have sense, you will not be here trying to learn, right? You have something. There's something special about you. But you need to display your awesomeness in a way that you are not bragging. And how do you do it? Here are my tips for you. Make the person reading your application, make them see and feel your work or big idea. Do you know one thing that shocked me? One of the things that shocked me was when I made it to the semifinals and I went for my interview in Abuja, and by the time I was on the panel, because now 1 Oyinbo and 2 Black Americans who interviewed me, that semifinal, I'm still going to do a live session for semifinals. Once you make it to the semifinal, I'm going to coach you on how to go through it. Do you know one of the things they told me? They said the application I'm talking about, that my mobile app, they said they have it on their phones. What? They went as far as downloading my app from Google Play Store. They were using the app. So if I was lying, they would have seen everything I was talking about. They were asking me questions about the work that I do. So if you claim you have one workshop, they don't mind. They will come and visit that workshop. And in the end, they would figure out you are not the owner. You are just one apprentice who is not focusing on the work. Okay, so make the applicant, make the reader, the person reading your solution, your application, make them to be able to see and feel your work. You understand? Make them to be able to see and feel your work. Am I making sense to you? All right. So the next point, let's run real quickly. You have to justify your spot. Let them know you are worthy. You qualify to be on this program. Don't be say, you just want squeeze yourself. You are worthy, but don't push it too much. When you can, use we, use my team more than I now gave the woman money, and I now help her, and I now supported her. We, sometimes you use we, okay, to let them know you are a team player. Use my team did. When you say my team, you're already showing leadership. It means you have people who believe in your idea. It means you are leading a couple of people, right? We did, my team, we, instead of I. There's some places you need to use I. For example, you want to introduce yourself. I am a military officer, or I have background in computer science. That one, you cannot help it. But in cases where you want to attribute credits, use a lot of we, use a lot of my team. Is somebody learning anything? If you are learning, type yes, yes, type yes, yes. Now, acknowledge the support and help you receive from others in your impact story. Nobody will tell you this. Oh. Anything that people helped you to do, say that they helped you, right? Or do you get? Say that they helped you. Like, okay, my mentor supported me with connections, with a network of blah, blah, blah. My director at work, do you understand? Okay? My director at work, I sought approval and my director was supportive. Capital yes, Engineer Demola. Because they know that there are certain things you cannot do all by yourself. They know that certain things you cannot do all by yourself. Okay, so wherever you got support, show. Yes, then numbers matter. Mention the number. How many people have you helped? Gather data. You can see this picture I used. Gather data, show information. Let it be convincing. You understand? If you have helped 112 people, mention 112. Do you understand? Numbers matter. Justify the US investment by showing your ideas possibility of scale. What do I mean by this? As you are going to the US, they are going to spend a minimum of $20,000 on you. Your flight, your accommodation, your safety, everything you are going to go through in the US. So for them to invest that amount of money, you need to justify that it is worth it. They want to see something that already works. That the US wants to partner with you. This fellowship is not just go and come back. No, when you come back, you become a part of a viral alumni network. They won't just leave you like that. They continue to follow up on your work. Do you get? Show there's a way you also can show that this thing you are doing is small. By the time you learn in the US and you connect and you network, you'll be able to do it in a bigger way. That's why they ask you questions like, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? Don't go and answer it shabbishly. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? If you have been able to build one borehole, tell them you want to do 10. But the network that you are going to get in the US, the people you are going to meet, the lessons you are going to learn is going to help you to do your next level of work. Do you understand? Possibility of scale. Can you see what I put here? Who can read the screen for me? Who can read my screen? This is one thing a lot of people don't do. Before you submit, proofreading your application. A lot of us, because we type very fast, right? We don't know the difference between I am and am. We abbreviate a lot. You see people messaging you, XUP. What does that mean? SUP. XUP. XUP, finish you there. The thunder that will fire you will come with XUP. Some people, Muslims, they want to say Salam Alaikum. They will write SLM. Let that thing not go and follow you and enter your application for Mandela Washington Fellowship. When you are very, very done with your solution, with your application, right? You are sure you are done. Make sure you cross your eyes. Excuse me, you dot your I's and cross your T's. Proofread. If you know you are a bad reader, you are bad in English, get somebody. It doesn't have to be a fellow. Don't go and disturb me in the DM. I cannot read everybody's application, and we're going to get to that point. Proofread it. Don't go and be speaking rubbish grammar. You are using he for she. You are using they and them. You are mixing everything together. Proofread. That could turn off the person reading your application. If the person reading your application doesn't find your writing legible and comprehensive, exactly, Adiagbo Oluwaseyi, XUP finish you there. You can see the way he typed the U. Don't use this U. YOU. Write in full. There's somebody that was trying to ask me a question and he's using abbreviation. For heaven's sake, how do you want me to know the full meaning of that abbreviation? Write the full meaning. No. Anything you are writing, assume the person you are writing to does not know you at all. And truly they don't. And you want to move them from not knowing you to saying, wow, 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 wow. And that affects how they grade your application. And when they grade you well, you become top part of the people. For example, this year, I'm also going to be reading applications. Definitely not from Nigeria, right? So when I open somebody's application, because they give us access to the back end, we see all of the submissions. When I open your application, from the first line, they make me sleep. I'm like, waiting. I just want to read quickly. I'll still judge you fairly, right? But I will only judge you based on what you have written. I don't live in your house. You get? I don't know you. You need to let me know the impact of what you're doing. Write legibly. Is that correct? Let's move quickly. My slides are almost over now. Final thoughts. What are my final thoughts? We don't reach final thoughts, so it means we're about to go. Final thoughts. Let's go. One of my final thoughts is this. For you to be ideal, now here you go know whether you should apply or you should just give it up. Although, if you're already on this call and you have stayed for this long, make sure you apply. If you don't make it this year, you would make it next year, and you always get better. One of my very good friends from Mali, who is also a fellow, he applied 3 different times. He applied first time, they didn't give him. Yes, I believe Grammarly, check, will do a great work proofreading, yes. But let Grammarly not go put you into trouble. Read it yourself. Autocorrect can also be wrong, but Grammarly is a good one, right? This is my friend from Mali. He applied first time in 2014. They didn't give him. He applied second time, 2015. He got to semi-final, but they didn't give him. He applied in my own batch. He applied the third time. He got the semi-final and he got it from Mali. So do not give up. These things I'm showing you on the screen, if you don't have all of it or your story never to get leg, still apply. You are going to learn so much, even from the application process. Okay? Even from the application process. So a proven record of leadership and accomplishment in either business, civic engagement, or public service. Do you have a record? Do you understand? Are you a leader? No, you must check and move. No be one thing. Do you have a proven record of leadership? Have you done something fantabulous? Let's use Mr. Macaroni's word. Have you done something fantabulous? That sets you apart. A demonstrated commitment to public or community service, volunteerism, and mentorship. The US wants to see you pass it on. The way I'm coaching you, I've coached so many people, since the fellowship. The way I am a blessing to you, you need to show that you are going to be a blessing to other people. Don't be say, once I enter that US like this, because I just snap one picture, then everybody come to say me, I don't arrive. Nothing concern me. I don't even care. How are you going to be a mentor to other people? They want to see your impact when you come back. Not just atilo atide, we don't go, we don't come back. It's not atilo atide kind of a thing. Atilo atide, ati impact the other people. Do you understand? You must be able to show that you will continuously do better even when you come back. The ability to work cooperatively in diverse groups. What does this mean? And respect the opinions of others. This US you are going, they are going to be grouping you with 700 people. 699. You are one of them, right? Peter Mayer, you see it. Proofreading the application. You got the gist. So 700 people coming from so many different places, right? You need to be able to work with diverse people. You see people who are full of themselves. You see all sorts of people. Just learn how to do your day. Do you understand? And keep your championship. Am I making sense? So proving, that is very, very important, right? The things that you have never seen before, the things that you have never seen in your life before, you are going to see it. A friend of mine, let me tell you one gist, quick one. A friend of mine went to the US. After a few weeks, they said they want to go to church, right? We need to go and give God thanks, blah, blah, blah. They went to this church. The pastor was telling people praise the Lord for us, blah, blah, blah. We want to give glory to God, blah, 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 blah. We just got a daughter. And you're like, oh, good, thank God. Me and my wife, blah, blah, blah. We've been working on it and God has just blessed us. Everybody shout hallelujah. Everybody shout the hallelujah finish. When the wife, this is a real life story, take this one from me. When the wife of the pastor is a man, no? When the wife of the pastor came out, he was a man, another man. And this is not a joking thing. A pastor of a living God, man and man. These are things you're going to see in the US. It's normal. People have different genders, different sexuality. You need to learn to mind your business. So don't carry your jihad. And everybody must align. No. Anybody when no align, go collect. Hey. We're not looking for people like you. We are looking for somebody who is able. Yes, you cannot be homophobic. You cannot be homophobic. I just wanted to chip that in. That my friend said for her, it was a cultural shock. They call it cultural shock. It looked like, say, make ground open. Make she enter the floor. Because this is the pastor that has been praying for her since. She has been doing Holy Ghost. By the time the pastor introduced his wife is a man. And they just adopted a daughter. And that is the testimony the pastor was giving. You are going to see things on a daily basis. So you must be somebody who is broad-hearted. It doesn't mean they will force it down your throat. No, be who you are. But don't go there and be correcting people, and be telling them, no, this one is not correct. That's not what is carrying you to the place. So maybe it's civic leadership that carry you go. Business management carry you go. Public management, face your front. Okay? Face your beautiful front. Okay? Let's move. You must be able to work cooperatively. You must have social and communication skills. When you talk, do people understand what you are saying? Can you make your point clear? Can you make your point known? You must be energetic, positive attitude. These are things that make a good fellow. Screenshot this page, so that you will know which one you need to work on. And your application must reflect these things. When your application show these things, you would most likely make it. So for the people I'm going to be working with, I would find my way. Part of my task is to find my way to help you infuse these things into your application. Now, demonstrated knowledge of, interest in, and professional experience in the preferred sector or track. When you choose a track, exactly, okay? Someone said, day your day and maintain, because you go collect. Be accommodating and non-discriminative. Be open-minded as well. Now, America, you do. You're no longer in Abakaliki. Can we screenshot our leadership stories on the records of the company we run for proof? No need. No need. You are the one doubting yourself. They won't doubt you. Just tell a believable story. That's all you need. Tell a believable story, right? If you get a recommendation letter from your boss, well, that may work, but it is not compulsory. In my office, when I was working with NYSC, nobody knew that I applied for anything in my office. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't ask for letter of recommendation because my work speaks for me. My application is in the public domain. Anybody can download it and you can use it, and it is working. And it has helped the people that I say it has helped. And I know what I'm talking about. You don't need to screenshot anything. Don't stress yourself. That's why I will advise you, don't fill your application in one day. Oh, allow one day. Your head get anointing day your head. Take your time because of errors. But know that you are going to be submitting on or before September 15th. So take your time. Okay? Now, any track you select, if you select public management, you should be able to demonstrate that you understand it. They are not looking for complete novices. If you select business and entrepreneurship, you must speak the language of business, right? If you select civic leadership, you must be able to communicate like you know what you're talking about. Do you understand? The reason why you must do this thing is because not be only you they apply you, not be only you US they hungry you. People plenty we won't go. So if your application is weak, your application is doing like this, is doing like this, your application is is on water sinking, is doing like this, they will choose the person who has an application that is solid over your own. It's a competition. Remember I told you in my set, they told us at the embassy 10,000 human beings applied and they picked just 100. It was a tough job. Out of 10,000, only 600 of us got to the semifinals. The semifinal was another crazy thing. I wish I could have somebody that could really coach me. But I got help also from Adewale. You guys will know him. He's a fellow. He's based in the US now, right? He's an artist. You see him. Atumbi, his handle is Atumbi on Instagram. Very fantastic brother. He helped me with the tips that I needed for my semifinal, and I went and I knocked it off. From all you are saying, someone needs to have an existing business. Exactly now, you are a business person, but you are not registered with CAC. Which kind of Aproko business are you doing? You have a business that is established. You have numbers to prove. You need to have experience. Chairman, where be woman for house? Now, wow, I don't understand what you're saying, Peter. So you need to have knowledge base, right? A commitment. You need to display a commitment to apply leadership skills and training. So what you are going to be learning, you need to show the US government that you have people you are coming back to meet at home. Prove that you are a part of a community. This is what I'm going to be helping you with your application. Now, my final thoughts, make sure you save a copy of your application and download for future reference, because when you make it, not if you make it, when you make it to the semifinals, your interview will still going to be about what you applied with. So save a copy of your application, okay, even as you're applying. Let me answer Queenette's question. From all you are saying, someone needs to have an existing business before applying. Yes, of course. Now, waiting I did do before, no follow. What did they do before follow? All your experience will add up. Don't rush to submit. I am telling you, Olawande already said it. Don't submit in one day. Don't rush and don't be late. My last advice before we go to the raffle draw, to pick the 5 people that are going to be part of this. And this is the best advice I've gotten from anybody. This is the best advice I've gotten when I was applying. Once you click that button, you want to hear the truth? 32 people are still on the call. Once you click that submit button, guys, forget about it. Do as if you did not apply at all. Forget completely about it. If they call you, say thank God. If they don't call you, just retract your step next year and figure out what you didn't do right, because they are not going to tell you what you didn't do right. And to be very honest, the people who are reading this application, the people who are selecting the fellows, they have a tough job. It is difficult to select 600 out of 10,000 for semifinals. Out of the 600, it is difficult to select 100. And like I said, you don't need to know anybody, somebody who knows somebody who knows. This is very fair. Just follow it and you would make it. And follow everything I've taught you. Whether you make my top 5, the 5 people that I want to select, it doesn't matter. Everything that I've shared with you today is enough for you to succeed. Take it from me. It is enough for you to succeed. And as you're succeeding, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. The PTMA is ongoing. We have so many other opportunities. Now, this is the moment we are waiting for. If you are ready, type lucky 5 in the section. If you are ready for this one, type lucky 5. I want to see your lucky 5. Lucky 5, lucky 5. Lucky 5, lucky 5. How do you do? Lucky 5, lucky 5. How do you do? Nobody's here. Lucky 5. All right, Samuel, lucky 5. Amy George, lucky 5. Justin, lucky 5. Lucky 5, lucky 5. This is when I pick my 5 people that are going to be lucky 5, lucky 5. Nkem, lucky 5. Queenette, lucky 5. Now, I have, see, all through this week, I've just been praying and asking myself, how do I do this thing in a way that is going to be fair? Yes, so 2 hours plus lecture, very interesting and fascinating. Well done, sir. I appreciate you. Adeagbo Oluwaseyi, lucky 5, lucky 5. Bolaon, Ajoke Yusuf, lucky 5. I'm about to pick 5 people that I'm going to work with personally. Personally, 5 people that I'm going to work with personally. Lucky 5, lucky 5. I'm really enjoying all what you are saying. Isaiah Michael, thank you very much for enjoying it. Please put it to work. Now, let me give you a disclaimer. Whether you are part of the lucky 5 or not, I believe you have enough information to make it. Disclaimer again, I cannot read all the applications. I am only going to respond to 5 people. And so this is how we're going to do it. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Okay, lucky 5. There are a lot of people. Adiolawe Mimo, Shemilore. Who is this? Lucky 5. You have blessed us, sir. Yes, exactly. I believe that. Even if we end it now, we have already blessed ourselves. So if you're part of the lucky 5, let me see your answer. Even without applying, I've gained a lot from this meeting. Kudos, Engineer Demola, but still apply. Okay? Apply. When you apply, it puts you in the loop. They begin to see your name. And when you apply again and again and again and again, Patience, Okochi, lucky 5. Now let's quickly go to the raffle. Here is what you need to do to be a part of the lucky 5. Type your full name now and type till the end. I don't think you need to do that again. You have already typed lucky 5. Now, you need to drop your completed application in my DM before midnight today. Waiting time talk. This is 9:22 Nigerian time. Before midnight today, enter that your application completed. If your application is not complete in one way or the other, you're already disqualified. And please do not take it personal if I don't respond to your message. I'm going to open my DMs, and if you can send me, and I'm going to put the message for the phone number now on the screen. Let's go. The phone number to send. Okay, somebody says subscribe to the YouTube channel. That one is compulsory now. You don't want to subscribe before. I pity you. Now, the reason why I'm doing this second point is that there are people who are joining this session for the very first time. Okay? And I don't want to disqualify them. If you are joining this session for the first time, as we are finishing this session, go to the Mandela Washington Fellowship portal and fill your application and find a way to complete it before 12 midnight. If you have already completed it, congratulations already. Drop it in my inbox. For everybody who submit their application, and I've already dropped my WhatsApp number, that is it. You can screenshot it. From everybody that drops their application in my inbox, and based on your participation here, I'm going to pick my 5 people. I'll probably announce their names on my WhatsApp status, maybe the next time I'm blogging. But by Monday morning, so tomorrow I'm going to be opening the message you are sending to me, right? But I am only going to say congratulations to the 5 people I'm selecting. So I have a book where I'm going to be writing your names. If I'm selecting you, I'm going to write down your name specially and send you a congratulatory message. So what will happen is that completed application you have sent to me, we are now going to digger it together and tear it apart. And me and you will do a call. I'll give you a time next week. We're going to do a call and we're going to review each of it personally because everybody's story is unique. The reason why I'm doing that is that everybody's story is unique. I'm going to look at your unique story. So you will be contacted on Monday, 30th of August. That's next tomorrow. Because I need to take the whole of tomorrow to read the application. So even though you have completed your application, it doesn't mean you'll be automatically selected. Please be fair. There are lots of people on this call. But I need to see that your PDF file, that PDF, I need to see it in my WhatsApp DM before 12 midnight. If you can do that, congratulations. You will be one of, if you submit it 12:01, 1 minute after midnight, I'm sorry, okay, 1 minute after midnight Niger time, I won't. So you have about 3 hours. You have about 2 hours 45 minutes, 2 hours 35 minutes to complete your application. If you are yet to complete, don't send me incomplete application, you know, and don't take it personal. If you are not selected, please, there's nothing personal about this. This is me going the extra mile, the extra length. Like I told you, nobody read my own application. It doesn't mean that if I don't read your application, you won't make it. You will. Okay? So disabuse your mind. MD did not choose me, so I won't submit. Please, so MD is not authority or final sale. You are just going to be a step forward if I'm able to read your application. And I can only do it for 5 people. Guys, I'm not collecting money for this. And I have a real job. I have a real life. Okay? And I'm not always online. Don't come and start chatting me up. Sir, I want to ask you this. I want to ask you that. I cannot be chatting with people. Except you want to pay me for chatting with you. Because if I'm chatting with you, what will I tell my employer? That I didn't come to work because I'm chatting with somebody. Do you understand? So the 5 people that I'm going to select, you get a message from me on Monday. And between that Monday, because I don't also want to delay you, I understand the deadline. Between Monday and the coming week, I'll give you a date and time. That is after I've read your application. And you are the only 5 people that I'll chat with in case I need any information. Right? And we can restructure your story. We can tell it better. You know, we can help you put what makes you a candidate. Because last, I'll be reading people's application, you know, when the application window is closed. By end of September, they will start sending application to us. But me, they can give me a country like Gabon. Your application may go to somebody in Uganda or Ethiopia. So whatever is going in their head, I want to help you tailor your story towards that so that you don't have any problem at all. I'm about to be done, and that's how our raffle is going to work. Please let me know if you have any questions. And this is the point where I take your questions. This was me in class. This was the day when they gave us security information. That day, I swear to God, to do police work, just the hungry me. What? American police guys, they are so great. We made this orientation expo. Yes, you made it. I have not completed mine. Can I do it now? Akande Akim. That is why I'm giving you to 12 midnight. If I say drop it in my inbox now, it means I want you to leave the call. But finish the call with me. Let's finish the call. Take between now and 12. Open your application, complete it, fill all of the box. I want to help those who have already helped themselves. So based on the people who message me, I am going to pick the 5 that I'm going to work with. And I'm probably going to mention their names online if they're comfortable with it. But then what is guaranteed is you have 1 solid hour of my time next week. Regardless of how tight my work is, we're going to work out a time. We're going to have 1 hour together. It's up to you. You get, this is me going the extra mile. And what if we are more than 5 that submitted before? You will be more than 5 now. Ekweme, you can be 100. 100 people can submit to me before midnight, but I'm only going to pick 5. Do you understand? That's what I'm saying. Don't take it personal. It is not a personal thing. I don't have any personal issue. with you. It's just me trying to help you. And if I cannot help everybody, you should understand, right? It's time constraint. Thank you, MD. I really enjoyed this session. You deserve chilled beer. Unfortunately, I don't drink beer. So sorry. Replace the beer with a subscribe button. Okay? If you have not done that. Thank you for your time, sir. You have done well. I believe so. Thank you very much to Adiagbo. Should we generate the application as PDF and scan to you? You don't need to scan now. Just download the PDF. Just drop the PDF in my inbox. Right? It's almost family time. People are here. Please, your email address. You don't need my email address. All you need is my WhatsApp number. That's it. You have my WhatsApp number. Drop it in my WhatsApp. I'm not sure you guys have any question. Since you don't have any question, thank you so much. This is my last slide. You can find me at this. The up next, we're going to be having Canada immigration sessions. We're also going to be having sessions about IELTS, right? How to pass IELTS successfully, how to scale the Mandela Washington Fellowship interview. Also, a lot of people will need to do some medical tests before they can travel abroad. Mandela Washington Fellowship does not need you to do any tests. I don't know for COVID. COVID is something new. So they may do COVID tests for you guys, right? But you will not need to pay, right? You will not need to pay for COVID test. I believe that. But let's get to that stage first. It's next year. So, but some other countries, for those of you that are on the PTMA group, PTMA is pathways to move abroad. We talk about opportunities to Japa. The last video I made, the live session, was about Australia. If you are yet to watch it, please do. We have Dr. Lina Omba, who is an expert immigration officer. She's a Canadian citizen too. Hey girl, how are you? I'm coming. I'll be done in a minute, in a few seconds. Right? We have Dr. Lina Omba. So we have spent 3 hours on this call. Great. This is 9:30. We started 6:30 exactly. So please, if you're yet to subscribe, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And that is about that. For that, I believe this session has been helpful to somebody. The phone number on the display is where you should drop your application if you want to be one of the 5 lucky ones. All you need to do is log into your application account on the portal, complete it. If I open that PDF and your application is doing like this, you have disqualified yourself. You only stand a chance when you have already completed your application. And that's why I've been sending you reminders. You remember? I sent you reminders and reminders. Go and restart your application. The application was open since the 18th, 10 days ago. 10 days ago. So complete it this night. Send it to me by 12 midnight. Once I get it, you stand a chance to be one of the 12. So thank you very much. This is the point where I end it. Tolu Lope Olubi, thank you so much for your time and simplicity in teaching, sir. I appreciate you. I'm grateful that I'm able to help you and fulfilling my purpose. So thank you too for joining me. How do I search for the application? Somebody help me. I shared the link with you. Go to Google and type Mandela Washington Fellowship Application Portal. Mandela Washington Fellowship Application Portal. Once you type it, it will take you to the website and you can fill it. Fill the form before 12 midnight and download it. Appreciate you, dearest. I appreciate you too. This and that fashion. Yes, very helpful. So even if you don't make the top 5, please don't be offended. Please don't be angry. It's just what it is. We have limited time and we cannot support everybody. More strength to your elbow. Yes, so at this point, at this junction J, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to leave you, but I have to leave you. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. I have to leave you right now. I'll try to leave the video on the channel so that a lot more people can benefit from it. But definitely, whoever does not get back before 12 midnight tonight, say go be. Say go be. It can't work. Finally, let me display my WhatsApp number. This is where you send it to me. Don't send it to my email. Send it to my inbox in WhatsApp. I am going to check it up all tomorrow. Monday, you will get a notification from me. If you don't get a notification from me, what does it mean? You have not been selected. So don't worry. It's fine. Use everything you have learned in this session and you'll be fine. God bless you and I'll see you on the other side. 3 hours, 7 minutes. I end the broadcast. Bye-bye, guys. Bye. 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 God bless you, MD. Thank you. God bless you too. God bless you too. God bless you, Samuel. God bless you, everybody. I'll talk to you soon. We see on the PTMA group, okay? Bye-bye. The WhatsApp group. If you're here to join the WhatsApp group, you can ask me. You can ask me for the link. I'm going to add you to the link, to the group. God bless you. Bye-bye. Good night. Good night. Bye-bye. Good night. Where is the end button? This is the end button.